Hello, folks. I'm really sorry about that. Apparently, in the past 10 days, Restream decided to change literally everything about how it works and completely screw me over for this stream. So that's lovely news. We love that. That's awesome. Thank you, Hydri. Good timing on that one.
I'll not take counsel from a blue-haired fox.
My voice is not 100%. I'm not sure if it's some mystery illness.
Teach you this lesson, old man.
Thank you. I'm not sure if it's some mystery illness or the toll of the trip, but please bear with me. Let's get into this. We paused this last time in this Caspar Mercedes paralogue, but it has been quite an adventure. I had an amazing time on the trip. Thank you for joining me once again. I see we're spamming. What's up, Elvia? Norefi? Chad McDownbad, Mary Sue, Doncho, hello folks. Gamer Swordsman. Kai, 14 months. 14 months with Kai. Thank you, Kai. Thank you so much for that.
Anime and drama. W-Riz.
Saying hi, Stevie in chat. Hello to you too, Kai. Wildcat, Deep Freeze, Hydri, of course. We said before. Welcome, folks. Mercenary BDU. Linda. Hello. So, yeah, I would say this trip was pretty comparable to last year's trip in that it was pretty awesome. I had a great time. Wild adventures were had.
Kill every last one.
How sweet of you were. I guess you really missed the eye patch. Deep Freeze is currently on a 60 stream streak saying we are so back. All right, fine. We are so back, baby. Wait, how do I do this again?
Oh no. And drama. W-Riz.
Thank you for 60 streams, Deep Freeze. I was expecting shirtless Stevie when clicking on his live stream. Well, I'm sorry about that. That was a picture of me at the beach. I guess... I'm not going to say that. I was going to say we could do that. I don't know if we want to do that. We'll see. We'll see. I'm kind of exhausted, to be honest. I think I'm still being affected by the jet lag.
Gracia 776 gamers. I bring you an urgent announcement.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. You waited 2 weeks to say this. Would you kindly call up KFC and buy us the all-southern feast with gallons of Baja Blast to wash it all down? Can you buy Baja Blast from KFC? I thought that was a Taco Bell thing. Is that a thing? Chat is starved for attention. I'm chat. Hello, Elvia. Gotta ask the inevitable, where's the cam girl? No cam girl this time. No cam girl this time. No, but there were some interesting stories. So I'm going to try to carefully play this, even though I'm blinded in one eye, and I'll recant for you the story of this adventure that I recently went on. So this year, I decided to take a trip to Thailand with a friend of mine. Thailand was not originally on my list of places that I needed to see. In fact, Japan is probably #1 on my list, but this wasn't really the year for that. We didn't really have the time. I had to coordinate with myself and my friend, and he had kind of already used some of his time off and stuff like that, so it just wasn't the year for Japan. So we decided, you know what's a really cheap one we could do instead for this year, and we'll do Japan like next year or the year after or something like that. And in terms of the group trips this company offers, Thailand was the cheapest. The base price of this trip was $700. The plane tickets that we originally found were $900. Although I want to get into that a little bit more too. So really, all in all, it was looking like it might be like a $2,000, $2,500 trip for like 8 to 10 days, kind of 10 days with travel, I think. Which isn't too bad, honestly, for going across the world, basically. But we knew that we were kind of potentially screwing ourselves because with the $900 plane ticket, that obviously is just like the economy, the base ticket price. And the issue with that is we're kind of tall and big. And so we actually went to the airliner website to look at the exact schematics of the plane and measure exactly how much space we were going to have from our seat to the seat in front of us. And we were looking like 2 inches if we were lucky. That's basically not including any items you put in the little pouch bag thing by your knees, because that obviously is going to reduce the amount of space that you have too. So really, we were looking to like we were going to be in for a pretty uncomfortable 16-hour flight there for there and back. It was a 16-hour flight and then a layover in Hong Kong and then a 4-hour flight to Phuket, Thailand. So longest flight of my life doing that. Wasn't super fun. I bought a brand new pillow this time because I knew better from my last trip last year where I couldn't sleep on the overnight flights. I hate to say it, this pillow didn't really help. I was really excited about it because it's the kind that you blow up on the plane. Pretty easy to blow up, but then it's this big thing and it goes in the tray table in front of you and you can kind of just like lay into it and lay forward. And I was so stoked for that. But again, I think I'm too tall for it to be used like properly. And also, side tangent / rant. On airplanes, they allow you to bring your seat back to a certain degree, right? And hypothetically, everyone could do that. But that is such a dick move that I hate people that do that because it severely reduces the amount of space that the person behind you has. I guess you could create like a chain of events where you do it, and then they do it, and then the person behind them does it, and like you retain some sort of weird diagonal space. Whereas if they just didn't do it at all or couldn't do it, it would be the more vertical space that you're supposed to have. But my God, I don't know how people do that. I would feel so guilty doing that to someone behind me. People are such uncaring dicks. And so someone decided on both of the long flights, to lean their seat back in my face. And so my pillow also didn't work quite as intended there. I actually had a 30-minute fight with a guy on the way back where he was in the seat in front of me, and I had set up before he leaned the chair back, and then he proceeded to, for 30 minutes, try to lean his chair back further into me over and over and over again. It's like he didn't understand why it wasn't going back, and it's like, bro, look behind you. I'm a big guy. It's not gonna happen. Sorry, but fuck you. Like it was already leaned back like slightly. You're gonna have to live that way. Sorry, I'm not comfortable either over here. So,
What's the plan?
Man,
I'm your girl.
airplanes are so, what's the word? It's like being crammed into a small space like sardines. They're inhumane. Inhumane. What's up, Sean? Did you know they sell neck pillows that let you sleep forward? Yeah, actually, my friend got one of those. It's one of those weird ones. It goes like this. So you could kind of like do that. I didn't try that one. Maybe that one would be better for me. But all in all, I just think it's so uncomfortable in general being on the plane that I just don't know if really much of any sleep is going to happen at all. All right, we don't have a lot of gambits here to use. We kind of use them all fighting some demonic beasts. There's a bunch of snipers up here that I'm a little concerned about. Like, the dude's like kind of weak to them, but also he could probably smash at least one of them and get rid of them. We could also nuke one probably with her. Perhaps not. Almost, but no. But this was the reinforcements that people were warning me about, right? So I think we're probably fine if we hold off this turn. So maybe what I'll do is just nuke and back up here. Sorry, let me get going here, and then we'll continue the story too. Elvia says, if someone moves their seat back and it bumps into my knees, I hold my ground. I'm standing on business. I know. I feel mean like saying that and agreeing with that, but it's true. It's like, I just don't know how people don't feel guilty doing that. It sucks. It really sucks. This would be dangerous for Caspar. I think they should probably just hit this guy and leave. Of course, it ain't gonna come easy. Is a 66 worth the risk? Let's do it. Let's do it. Good start. Good start. I love this. I love everything about this. This is lovely. This is great. Everything's fine. Stop worrying. What's up, Charlotte? I'm going to be telling stories from it all this evening. So anyway, yeah, despite our efforts, we did consider upgrading to business class tickets, but I don't know how people pay for those things unless they're like getting it for free from their job or something, or using like points from their credit card. Because business class on this international flight was an extra $2,000. So I could not justify that. It was like the whole point of this trip was that it's supposed to be cheaper, and yet for me to have adequate leg room for a 16-hour flight was going to cost me $2,000, $2 additional grand. So I wasn't a huge fan of that, the way that sounded. So we let it be, and we just decided to suffer through it instead. So it was what it was. But even before the chaos with this trip started, even before we got on the plane. So you know how when you go to pick out a flight, right? You pick like the day that you want to leave.
I'll cut through.
So I did that. I picked a Wednesday to begin our little adventure. It was supposed to put us there just slightly early before we needed to be there, after about 24 hours of travel time. So I picked Wednesday, and then I said, okay, how about Wednesday night? And I was thinking, okay, Wednesday night, 12:30 a.m. Right? Overnight flight, all is well. You might already notice the problem that's about to happen here, but my thought process was, that sounds great. Let's do that. Then, a couple days before this flight happened, I decided to double check something on the ticket, because we might have needed an extra hotel room if we were there a day early. I went and looked again at the flight, and I said, Wednesday morning at 12:30 a.m. That's like kind of confusing, because like, isn't that technically Tuesday? Isn't that technically Tuesday night that I have to be at the airport, and not Wednesday night, which is what I wanted to be at the airport for? And then I thought, nah, it's just shorthand. You picked Wednesday to leave, so you picked Wednesday, 12:30 a.m. Technically it is Thursday, but to make it simpler for the lay person, they just call it that, because you pick the day, you pick the time, right? Right? No, apparently I'm just really stupid, and so my ticket was for a day earlier than I intended, which was not a good start whatsoever. So yeah, what I should have picked was Thursday, 12:30 a.m. and that is not what happened. So we had to adjust. Broad doesn't understand the days of the week. Listen, 12:30 a.m. gets confusing, all right? And also this gets confusing because taking this flight, you time travel.
You chose poorly.
It's true. That's true. All right. There was a slight lapse of judgment when selecting the tickets. Okay. All right. But also in taking these flights, you time travel, which just cooks my brain, and it gets really confusing because Thailand is exactly 12 hours ahead of where we're at right now. So right now it is currently 10:07 p.m. here on the East Coast of America, which means that it is 10:07 a.m. in Thailand tomorrow right now. Which the more that you think about it, it just gets really weird. So hypothetically, the day that we came back from the trip, which was last Saturday, I left Thailand Saturday around noon. I traveled for 24 hours of travel time, and I arrived back here on the East Coast at 10 p.m. on the same day. Doesn't that just cook your brain? Isn't that just so bizarre?
Why not?
Anyway, let's try to eliminate some of these. Okay. All right. So even before things started, thankfully we did manage to get the tickets adjusted without too much effort. I think we had to pay an additional, little fee to adjust them, but it wasn't a huge deal, so it was okay.
All in.
I want to heal him. Let's see what we got here. This is not great. Are you still jet lagged? Yeah, so came home Saturday night. I spent most of Sunday resting, and I went to bed last night at like 7 p.m. because I was just so exhausted. I was like, all right, let's go to sleep. But if you think about it, that would mean that based on the previous schedule that I was in... Let me, Oh, I took the thing from this, didn't I? Uh-oh. Hold on. I don't think this is it, is it? We'll use this one. Sorry, my controller's dying, so I have to save it. All right. So I went to bed at 7 o'clock last night, but if you think about it, based on the previous time zone that I was in before, that essentially means that I stayed up all night and I went to bed at 7 in the morning. And so last night I basically woke up like every hour or every 2 hours all night, the entire night. Even though I felt exhausted, it made no sense. I still woke up like every 2 hours until like 6 in the morning when I finally decided I'm giving up and I'm just going to get up and start my day. So I'm super tired tonight. I don't know how long we're going to go for, but I'm going to do my best here. I chugged some emergency coffee, so we'll see if that helps. I don't like these odds I'm seeing. I think we're going to have Felix punch one of them, because at least he gets 4 chances of 50%. And potential crit magic here. Let's go. There we go. Like to see it. Charlotte said, honestly, when I was traveling domestically for work, I immediately upgraded to first class for more space. But international flights, I didn't bother because it costs an arm and a leg. It does. It really does. It's kind of unfair how much it costs. It's just not worth it. Bright Sky, 13 months, saying welcome back. Thank you, Bright Sky.
W Riz. Anime.
Thank you, Bright Sky. How are you? Do I snipe this one? What do I do about this? Doesn't look pleasant. Hypothetically, Violet could heal Yuri. Let's do that, probably. I would like to destroy this with someone, and I'm not sure if we have the capability. Oh, yeah, we do. Okay. We actually do.
Attention, all Fire Emblem, epic, sexy gamers. I bring you an urgent announcement.
Lucky, did you meet Miss Future Lucky Crit? Was she the ladyboy of your dreams? Thankfully, no. Thankfully, no. Yeah, not... I tried to ask our tour guide why that's such a big thing over there, and I didn't really get an exactly clear answer, but I guess it's because their culture is a lot more open and they've done it for longer, but I don't know, the ladyboy thing in particular kind of confuses me. But yeah, thankfully not. Thankfully not. I did have on Tinder some ladyboy individuals like my profile, but that is as far as that's gonna go, and that's bad. That's actually really bad. I think we're gonna have to fix that. I didn't realize these were here like that. Shoot. Let's do that, I guess. I literally put her in like the exact bad spot for that.
I will prevail.
Lovely.
Ready when you are.
All right, let's have Yuri go next. Can we do anything here? Do I heal? I probably should just heal Felix. Go like that for now, I think. I don't love that. But as long as we avoid those snipers, we'll be fine. Yeah, so thankfully managed to figure out the ticket situation without too much hassle. So that was good. And then we set off on our long journey. And even in the first airport, something weird happened. I wish I had the video clip to show you. I have it somewhere, but I didn't have it pre-prepped to show on stream. But I went to the bathroom in the first airport.
No matter what, I will not misplace my
And what I saw was... What is it? I don't know if you could see that, but that is the top of a urinal taken off with a little battery hanging out of it, and it kind of looks like a bomb. And so immediately before the journey even began, I was like, it's not a bomb. I'm memeing, but like it was almost as if we're finding bombs in the bathroom already. So that was quite the start of everything. The first night when we got in, after 24 hours of traveling and then another hour cab ride from the airport to where we were staying in Phuket, we were so exhausted that we had the first night a dinner to like meet everybody, because there's going to be 30 people on the trip, like 29-ish of which you've never met before. So you meet and you discuss, and you meet your tour guide. Any questions you have get asked there then and there. I was so tired at this meeting after having arrived that day and having 24 hours of travel beforehand. I was struggling to stay awake. Like, I was that embarrassing guy in class, basically, that's like this the whole time. And that, like, it's just not a great first impression of how to meet people, but we just didn't have enough time after our initial travel to be prepared for that. And for some reason, our tour guide decided it was a good idea to do like an hour-long discussion of like literally everything that was going to happen in the week, and it was just like a little unnecessarily long in the tooth, right? Tristan, 23 months with the Prime resub, saying, I'm back, baby. What did I miss on the Stevie story time? The beginning of the story. Not too much just yet, but some initial craziness, yeah. So yeah, what a great first impression. Also, we got a little screwed with the people that were on this particular trip. Now, they were great people. I really liked pretty much all of them, but the way that it's kind of supposed to work is that it's kind of like mostly 30 random people put together. But this particular time, we had a wedding party, which was about 9 or 10 people, mostly couples, that were taking up about a third of the spots on the trip, essentially. And so a lot of those folks kind of stayed to themselves because it was basically like a big honeymoon party for all of them, because they knew the bride and groom were on our trip and everything. And that was okay, but it like removed a little bit of like the potential bonding that you could do with people, because they were there for different reasons, basically. And so it made it a little bit tougher to make those connections and meet them and have a good time, essentially, with those people, because they just weren't as involved and they had other stuff going on, obviously. So that stunk. And even some of the other folks in the trip were quite young. They were like, I mean, we had a 19-year-old guy that came with us. I actually really liked him, though, to be honest. He was a great kid from Australia. Really bonded with him. He was quite the character. And then we had like a group of 4 or 5 girls that were all like 20 or 21, and it was like just some youngins, a lot of youngins, which is okay. But I don't know. I was kind of, I feel like these trips usually tend to lean slightly older than that, like mid-20s usually at least. So the group was a little strange this time, a little different than what I experienced the first time around with my first one of these trips. But yeah, the fact that we lost like a third of the slots to a bunch of couples that weren't going to be as involved kind of stunk, but it worked out all right. Bright Sky is on a 75 stream streak. Bright Sky, thank you.
Anime and drama.
W. Ritz.
Okay,
$19 lapis blues. Who wants them? And yes, they're not safe for work. Remember, taters, taters, taters.
Taters.
And chat. Great night rocks.
Great night will rock. All right. So Phuket was really, really interesting. We only had 2 nights there, which was a little bit disappointing because there was a lot more that I wanted to do in Phuket. And that first night, after that over an hour-long conversation where I was fighting for my life to stay awake, it was decided that everybody was going to go out to the party street with a bunch of clubs in Phuket. So immediately I was miserable because I'm like, oh my God, either I'm missing this first party night where we like, it's kind of pivotal, right? You start to get to know people, like you got to go out with them, hang out with them, spend time with them. I'm missing, like, if I miss this first night, that's already like, I've forfeited some potential opportunity here of like getting to know people early on and being even more connected later on down the road of this, 8 to 10 day trip. So I looked to my friend and we both decided, okay, we have an hour before people go out. Let's go back to the room and take an hour-long nap and see how we feel after that. And immediately I knew that that was a mistake because I don't do naps very well. They usually make me more tired. I don't think I've ever found the perfect balance for myself of what a nap needs to be to where I actually feel good. Maybe that's like 30 minutes. I don't know, but I've never truly figured it out. So we took our hour-long nap and we both promptly woke up, looked at each other, and said, you know what? Screw this. No, I'm going back to this sweet, sweet bed. I'm not going out tonight. And that was it. And that was the end of the first night.
What's the plan?
Rather disappointing little start, but to be fair to myself and my body, it was a lot of travel time. More than I've ever experienced before, so it kind of makes sense that I needed a little bit of a downtime to deal with that. So first night, nothing too much happened. Kenny K, thanks for the follow. Kenny K, you're sounding a little bot-like to me. But thanks for the follow, I guess. Looks like you want to sell me viewers or something. So we missed out on the first night of Phuket, basically. So we only had one more night before we were already going to be leaving Phuket for one of the Thai islands that we were going to go to called Koh Phi Phi. So the second night in Phuket was pivotal that we were going to enjoy it and go out and have a good time. And so we went to the beach that day for about an hour. It was insanely beautiful. I'm disappointed that I only got to go to that beach for an hour, but we had some kind of limited time constraints with that second day. And even before this trip, I had heard from some other friends that went on this trip before for years, for a couple years now. There's an island called Phi Phi. It's spelled like this, but it's pronounced Koh Phi Phi. It's kind of like Phuket is, it could be pronounced fuck it if Phuket, if you pronounce it in like the standard like American way, I guess, but it's not, that's not how you're actually supposed to say it. So yeah, so it's called Koh Phi Phi, the Phi Phi Islands, which I think is quite funny.
Why not?
But yeah, so before this trip, for years I had heard about a very particular tourist attraction, let's say, in Thailand that that they do, called a ping pong show. Now, I had heard the stories about what this show entailed, and they didn't sound all that appealing, but mostly for science, I decided after hearing about it for years that I needed to see this show and determine and see what it was really about, see it with my own 2 eyes. So on the second night, my friend and I decided to head out to the club street, which is where we would find such a show occurring somewhere. And ultimately, we did decide to attend such a show. For science, exactly, for science. Is that the one you talked about before? Yeah, I probably mentioned it briefly in the past. I'm a little upset that didn't crit there. We're kind of having a bad turn here as I'm talking about this stuff. I assume this wasn't exactly about table tennis, Hydri. No, in fact, no. What I didn't initially assume was that it would be in a strip club, but in retrospect, it's pretty obvious that it was going to be at a strip club. So a ping pong show is where an older Thai woman, I guess they have to be older because they need to be skilled at this particular craft, right? They have to hone their skills over a number of years. It's where they pull things and put things and throw things using only their lady bits, which is very interesting and not like anything you've ever seen before, I guess you could say. We're talking anything from a live bird was taken out, still alive, and flew across the club. I think Kenny K is a bot. Yeah, probably.
I'm your girl.
But they haven't exactly done anything to get banned yet, so. What's another thing? You know when magicians pull out like the knotted cloth and it just keeps going and it changes colors and it keeps going and keeps going? That came out of there too. Another variant.
Don't let your crits watch it. Before you know it, they're gonna be watching anime. They'll be buying body pillows and not showering and marrying digital women and getting crit.
I was just recanting a real life story. You know what? I didn't do anything to the bird, okay? It wasn't me. But yes, a live bird, a knotted rope. Another woman pulled out a knotted rope, but this knotted rope had needles, pins and needles hanging off the sides of it that decidedly fell down as it emerged. Now, there's got to be some kind of trick to how they do all of this without hurting themselves. So I'm sure it's some kind of parlor trick or something. Maybe they even like had to use a bicycle pump or something and put some air up in there so that the bird could survive for several minutes while the woman walked out on stage and performed this trick. I'm not sure, but I guess if there's a will, there's a way, and somehow mankind has found a way to keep a bird alive in said conditions. Yeah, so that is a thing that happened. We need to nuke this man out of orbit. They got him, chat. Why would you interrupt the good part? I guess this is debatably the good part, depending on your perspective, I suppose. Yeah, another one. This actually probably one of the most shocking things that happened was a woman walked out, completely nude, mind you, with a water bottle, full water bottle. She opened the water bottle with her lady parts. Then she proceeded to sit down on the stage, lean back, and fill herself with the water bottle completely. So the water bottle's empty now. She stood up without losing any water, and she walked over to an empty Coca-Cola bottle. Again, water went in, it was clear. She then stands over the Coca-Cola bottle and lets the water out. Except now the water is not clear anymore, it is brown. And she fills up the Coca-Cola bottle with brown water. I don't know how it was done. Maybe she had Coca-Cola powder up in there or something. I have no idea. But that's what happened. That's what happened. I promise you that's what happened. Yeah. So basically what I'm saying was it was a great show. No, it's definitely a learning experience. Definitely very interesting. Oh, another one. It's called a ping pong show, but they didn't do anything with ping pongs at my particular one. Obviously, there's a lot of variations of what they can do. It depends on who's there and what stuff they can do and whatnot. But another one was they make somebody in the audience hold a balloon, and then they proceed to throw a dart using their lady bits and pop the balloon without harming the person they throw the dart at. So, very, very interesting. There were some other things too, but those were kind of the big ones that happened. She got to visit a doctor. Why couldn't it just be another streamer girl story? I mean, I'm just being honest. I did it for science. I experienced something. One of the 8 wonders of the world, I'm sure you would say. Definitely. So, I don't know why that's a thing in Thailand as like a tourist show, but that is something that is done. So, yeah. See if we can't finish up one of these guys. That's a terrible hit rate. Come on. 50%. Yeah, let's say cola powder, says production. Does he have Vantage? They do. They do indeed. If this hits me, you know what? That's pretty good. Except then he doesn't crit. So he's gonna get hit. No, he dodged it. Nice. Okay. That helps me.
Meant to be.
I'm sure the honeymooners in your group liked it. No, actually, they were boring. Many people asked me about this show because they heard that we had gone. But we were the only 2 that attended this show. Apparently on other tour groups, the guides like even specifically would take people there. Ours did not. He just mentioned it. I actually thought it was like a part of the trip at one point in time because of how many people had spoken to me about this particular thing. But that was not the case. So we got to eliminate this guy and get some folks up here. I probably have to redo this turn because we wasted a move or 2 without accomplishing very much here. I don't even think Annette can nuke. Yeah, she can't even nuke this guy fully. Nor could she nuke this man. We want the dance still. Mercedes may need to heal, but even she can't, without wasting her resonant lightning, do much of a nuke there. And it takes an entire Annette move to still not be able to kill something. I don't know what's worse, the fact this was a show or the fact that this had a genuine enough audience to warrant its continued existence. I think just the sheer intrigue of it is just something that you've never heard or seen before. And that's probably what keeps it alive. So, yeah. Yep. So that was the second night. That was interesting. You try for a crit. I suppose not. So that was Phuket. One of the interesting things that I noticed about Thailand in general is that I guess I thought there would be more randomness to it, but it is such a tourist hotspot that it has like an insane degree of consistency in terms of the shops and everything that you find around. Like you cannot go a single block without finding a 7-Eleven, a massage parlor, a travel booth, you know, advertising like places they could take you or boat rides or whatnot. What else? A weed shop. It was like the same 4 or 5 shops copied and pasted everywhere that you went, which I don't understand how that works. Like as a society, you would think like if there's a million tour shops, surely I may need to do this actually. Let's just do that.
I don't hope to.
there's a million tour shops, surely someone's gone out of business, because how could there be a million and they all be successful to earn like a living off of? But I don't know, like maybe it's because tourists go into one place and then they come out and they're like, oh man, I need the 7-Eleven. I want the tour shop that's right immediately next to me. And they go to that one. And so the people get lucky that they went to their exact one. I'm not really sure, but you know, it's also a much, wow, Ingrid, are you kidding me? After everything that I just did to secure this turn, you missed and you wasted 2 60% attacks. I can't even speak. I'm so flabbergasted. Why would you do that to me? And now Petra's gonna die. Lovely. Disgusting.
What's the plan?
Disgusting.
Thanks.
So yeah, 7-Elevens in Thailand, very, very cool. I liked them. The Aussies in the group turned me on to something that they call toasties. So late at night after you've been drinking, I guess, the common trend is that you hit up the 7-Eleven, you pick which ham and cheese sandwich you want off of the refrigerator wall, and you take it up front and you buy it, and they cook it for you. And that's a nice, like, after midnight little snack there, you know, possibly as you walk home. I quite enjoyed that. Those are pretty fun. They're probably not good for you, but I enjoyed that. Okay, how could you can't fumble this? Double 99s now, you can't fumble that. It's impossible. There we go.
It is done. Onward.
Yeah, 7-Elevens were cool. Also, just in general, that place and the culture is so cool. I was constantly on high alert for potential like pickpockets or people stealing my stuff, my phone, my money, my wallet, my bag, whatever it may be. And you know, about halfway through the week, I started feeling like, wow, I feel stupid for being concerned about such things because the people are so nice here. There was never even remotely a moment where that ever happened. And I don't even think that it's just that I got lucky or anything like that. I think, and I don't know if it's because of the Buddhist culture or whatnot. Wait, did I just, why does it seem like I didn't fortify there? What did I just do? I used restore? Whatever. It's not what I meant to do. I think it's because of the Buddhist culture. That's the only thing that I could like label on it that would make sense to me. But I guess like they believe karmically, if they steal from someone that, you know, that'll come back to them and possibly worse. So that's not even like a thought on most people's minds. Oh, I just missed out on Yuri getting severely hurt. So I really respected that, and the culture was very much that like they would just help each other in a lot of ways, you know. It's not a very
Stevie, you are so good at Fire Emblem.
Thank you.
How can I ever reach your godlike status?
Especially when I pick the wrong move, I'm definitely very good at Fire Emblem. Thank you. So I was very impressed by that. I really liked the culture. You know, most of the people there are not super well off, so it makes sense why they're kind of a little bit more tight-knit and willing to help each other out. But there's something really respectable about that. Especially as we got to Koh Phi Phi, one of the islands. You know, the people were obviously a bit less well off there. A lot of them seemed to have hammocks on the inside of their shops. So it's like that was their little house. They sold out of it. They closed the, you know, the gate or the shutter in the front, and they went to bed in their little store, and they started life again the next day.
I am prepared.
Peddling their wares, doing what they needed to do. It was very interesting to me. And I knew that this was going to be a very heavily touristy culture there. But I guess I just didn't quite understand the degree that it would be, in the sense that, like, more than 50% of the people walking around were like white people or people from other countries. You know, a lot of UK people, a lot of Germans, a lot of other stuff walking around. Like more than the actual Thai people themselves, we were surrounded by other tourists. It was just, I guess that's what you'd expect from a tourist destination, but I just didn't think to that degree we would see so many tourists. But that's really what it was. It was like their entire society was based on the tourism and could only survive and work with the tourism. So interesting stuff there. What's the conditions here to win? Routing everyone except the Death Knight. Okay, so we'll have time after the Death Knight to do what we need to do. Caspar kills him for sight. That's true. That needs to happen. Thanks for the reminder, Gabe. It's going to happen. We got to pick who attacks first here. I think we do have something left of Gambits. We have an assembly, an assault troop on Felix, but he's not very close. An assault troop on Sylvain, disturbance on Caspar, and I gave some people Tempest Lance. So I think we'll probably have to wait till Felix gets up here just to ensure that good things are happening. So from what I can tell, Stevie either didn't see any ladyboys or doesn't want us to know something. No, I'm like very funny, but I just obviously genuinely have no interest in such things. I probably saw about 20 or 30 of them across my time there. A lot of them were working at some of the massage parlors, but nothing too extreme. And you know, of course, that's not my flavor or whatever, so I wasn't very interested in that. It was also very funny because, you know, there's different kinds of massage places where some of them are more questionable and lascivious than others. But what is super funny to me is that the ones that were more upstanding in terms of what they were trying to provide and offer, some of them even had signs on the doors and windows of their massage parlor that said "No sex," which is really funny to me. Because obviously there were less upstanding ones that offered quite a bit more. You went to a massage parlor, didn't you? I wanted a standard Thai massage where it's so cheap there that you could basically pay for like an hour-long massage for like, I don't even know. Let me like do a price conversion really quick here. I think it was like 100 baht, which is their currency. 100 baht is like $3 in United States USD. Let's even assume it was a 300 baht for an hour. You're paying $9, $8.66 for an hour-long massage where someone is using both elbows and their knee like in your back, like getting every spot, like putting their absolute soul into it, which is crazy to me that you could pay so little and get so much from an experience like that. But unfortunately, no, I was so busy throughout the trip that I did not even get a normal Thai massage, which I wanted to try, although I heard it was painful from some people. It was something that I should have done maybe next time, but this trip was because we visited 3 locations in Thailand, it was very much go from one to the next. Like I said, Phuket, we only had 2 nights there, and we wasted the first night. And then we had the second day where we were a little bit free, so we went to the beach for a bit, but we really didn't have too much time to mess around with. So there just wasn't a lot of time for me to slot it in. Then we had 2 nights on Koh Phi Phi, which was an island, which was a little bit more rustic and rural, I guess you could say, because it was just an island culture. And then we had 3 nights on Krabi, which was a little bit more eastern, another island, but it's attached to the mainland of Thailand. So we had a little bit more time there. I probably should have done it there, but again, I was exhausted, and it just didn't end up working out for me at that place. So let's go, Steel Lance, Night Kneeler? She actually lives, although he's got a good crit rate. So let's hit him with some stuff. Hit him with a nice, that doesn't do much, does it? What else we got? Oh, you had one. It ain't much, but it's an honest day's work.
I told you that if you fled, I would not chase you. But it seems you wish to die.
Miss Modern Mayhem asks, did you get any free time outside the tour? We did, and we would have had more But the way that these tours work is that there's like optional side activities that you can pay extra money to do, and they make them really appealing. Like the first one was you got to go see elephants in an elephant sanctuary, and you had to feed an elephant. And I've never done that before, so I was like, how could I miss that? So I wanted to do that. So immediately that free day was now taken up for the elephant thing. Another one was like a speedboat tour of a bunch of islands, including the James Bond Island, which is an island that they shot a particular scene at from, I think, one of the Roger Moore James Bond movies. Just really beautiful locations and stuff like that. So it's like most of the optional stuff I ended up doing just because it's so cool and appealing and exciting. So I did not have a lot of free time. There was a rock climbing day that I decided to not do just because I'm a little bit concerned about heights. And basically the goal was that you scaled like an entire cliffside and got to the top. And you do have like a rope and you're strapped in and like people are watching you and stuff, but that's scary. I might have done like maybe 20 feet before I would just call it quits. So I didn't deem it worthy. And most people did not do it. Not Felix. Not Felix. No!
Oh, wow.
Did this water bottle lady story happen in Thailand? Just walked back in. It did, Lunar. Yes. Yes. It's one of their shows. It's a very particular show. What can Caspar do to this? What do we have to do here? You can go for a 26 damage smash. Actually, the hammer hit is pretty... Actually, 29 smash with the Brave Axe is not bad. So we need to do quite a bit more damage to this man before we're capable of doing much else. So we could either risk it and try to survive. Oh, we could actually combat Artem with somebody kind of safely. Potentially. To do? Not quite. I'm not loving most of that. Let's see this. Still not loving that. I think it's time to use more gambits.
Here to help.
You forced my hand.
Anyway, where was I? So yeah, one of the early days we also did the Elephant Sanctuary tour, which was really awesome. A fun fact that I did not know before is that apparently 20% of male elephants are born without tusks. It's very strange, but so they had a male elephant there in the sanctuary that did not have any tusks. It was the only male there. The males are obviously way more valuable because, well, like poaching for ivory is illegal. Actually, what's super interesting too is just arriving at the Phuket airport, there were like a million signs about like you can have fun without like ivory and stuff like that. Basically, like trying to discourage people from going there for ivory. I guess specifically because they do have a decent population of elephants. I just thought that was super interesting though. Like, what average person is going to go there and just, you know what I mean? Just try to poach an elephant for some ivory. But I guess there's a loophole to their laws where if you own the elephant and it dies, you then technically own its skeleton, and thus you can have the ivory legally. So that's what most people do, and that is why in the Elephant Sanctuary there was not a male that had tusks, just because it's worth so much money per kilo for them. Am I risking this? It would be the perfect setup for little old Caspar. I would love to get the convo with Mercedes here, but I don't think that she could survive it. So just get it and undo it. Jonathan's correcting me saying Asian elephants. Yes, these were Asian elephants in Phuket. African bush elements almost always have tusks. Touche, touche. Yeah, so these elephants were a little bit smaller. They weren't quite the African ones that you might expect, but they were still really cool. A lot of them were elephants that were formerly used in shows and kind of abused their entire lives for tourists, essentially. You know, trained to do certain tricks and whatnot. And it might not seem so bad, you know, just them doing tricks for an audience, but the way that they're trained is very kind of brutal, where they use like some kind of elephant hook thing to kind of teach them, and it's pretty not cool. You think you'll miss one of these and not crit? Is it worth the risk? Let's try it. I think Bright Sky's saying this is the right route.
Fate is unkind. There will be no resolution today. Flee, and I will not give chase.
Let's go. Come on. Dodge. Dodge. You loser. You loser.
So this is how it ends.
Why would you do that? All right, well, now we have a little bit less leeway to mess around with, I guess.
Ready when you are.
You chose.
Wow, this is really terrible.
Yeah, that didn't work out so good, did it? Night Kneeler with Crescent Sickle. Oh, he doubles them. Really don't want to waste Lewin, but it's looking like that's one of the better approaches here. I don't like his 18% crit rate, but it is not that bad. Please? Okay, I swear to God, if you crit right now...
The situation is dire.
Thankfully, we're good. We're good. Now it's Caspar's time to shine. Kind of a waste of the Brave Axe, but it would look cooler, I guess. Well, he doesn't need it, I suppose. Let's kill him with an Iron Axe. I really want Mercedes to attack, but she's just gonna die, so...
The infamous Death Knight, champion of the Empire. Taking you down is gonna be satisfying.
Simpleton.
Prize guy saying no. What's the no for?
Simple, but effective.
Never mind.
You're not getting away that easy.
You thought I was gonna forget to use Caspar to get the kill? What is that? Just an iron sword. Okay. Nothing too crazy there. We can actually use the rest of this turn now. Get Felix out of the range of Mr. Wolfie.
My skill.
Does it matter though? Not really.
What's my strategy? Thank you. At your service.
I am prepared.
I'm your girl.
We're gonna let Mr. Wolfman come over here and attack us. Actually, what I want to do is give him a bow.
I'm in.
Use Sasuke as bait. That's what I did, essentially. Let's see if we can't.
Ready when you are.
completely destroy this monster's armor. Nice item out of it. This is a waste of turn economy, but I don't care. Just get this done.
I will prevail.
So yeah, the elephants were super cool. I quite liked them. One of them they nicknamed Eating Machine because it basically just sat there eating pumpkins and other things all day. Cucumbers and pumpkins and bananas and whatnot. I guess like specifically fruits, they only have to eat a certain amount per day, or they can only eat a certain amount per day because otherwise it messes with their diet. They seem to be kind of finicky creatures in terms of their digestion. Kind of like rabbits a little bit. Which I wouldn't have thought, but I guess that makes sense considering they're herbivores. But elephants were super cool. I liked them. Got to feed them. We got to touch their trunk with one hand while we fed them with the other. And it was kind of like touching a large, wrinkled, hairy... I don't even know. It was odd. It was very strange, but they are gentle giants. Although, I gotta be honest, I don't think the elephant actually liked me. I think it only liked me for the food I was feeding it, and that is just sad.
Relax. You're dead.
Where's the last guy? Last guy is this. Oh no, we have a couple more. I forgot about them. I forgot about them. We avoided them. Shoot, that's kind of annoying. Wait a minute. Let's bring everybody down here, I guess. What's up, Lena? Elephants just aren't the same anymore? What does that mean? Huh? That was Phuket. Actually, another interesting thing that I noticed about Thailand in general is there's a lot of street animals, like street cats and street dogs. But unlike cats here in America, the street cats pretty much want nothing to do with you at all. Now, we were obviously warned not to feed or touch them because they may have rabies and so on and so forth. But even still, like, they weren't begging for food, which I found very strange. And 99% of the cats there wanted absolutely nothing to do with us people as we walked around. They were very much like in their own little world. Maybe because someone was already feeding them, so they didn't like need anything. I'm not really sure, but I found that very odd. Like, they did not behave like cats would behave here in the West. Even if it was someone's pet cat or whatnot. So I thought that was kind of interesting. Many animals only like us for food, especially cats. They hate us. That's sad. All I'm saying is even those cats didn't want food from us, so I found that unusual as far as my cat knowledge goes. Maybe they haven't domesticated them as much. I'm not sure. Maybe. But after all that, we took a nice ferry to Phi Phi, which was a beautiful island paradise. I should have had some pictures ready for you, actually, but I'll show you as best I can from this tiny screen. Actually, wait, there's a better way to show this. Think boats and sand and beautiful palm trees and huge mountains in the background, and that is Phi Phi. Another thing that I found interesting is that you would assume with like a poorer country, everyone's boat would be kind of ramshackle and different and like piecemeal together and whatnot. But no, on this particular touristy island, I guess they must have all been owned by some mega corporation or something, or there was some way that they provided like all the same boats to the people, because they all use this one particular kind of boat called a longtail. And they're these beautiful little boats, but they're called longtails because the actual propeller is on a really long like stick essentially that's in the water, and that's what they use to guide the ship basically. And the engine block is just sitting on the back of it with like a car battery back there, like hooked to it, like exposed to the elements, which is wild to me, but that's how it is. But they were awesome little boats to ride around on. I quite enjoyed doing stuff on those ships. And our second hotel, which pretty much everybody complained about on this beautiful like little resort island essentially, was a hotel that we basically had to climb up like vertical step. Here, let me see if I can bring up a picture of it specifically. Let me look. Because I want to show the steps. I wonder if they would even have a picture of that, honestly. For their sake, it's probably best they don't show a picture of it. But basically, we had to climb up a rock staircase on the side of a large hill to reach our rooms. And that got old really fast. Master Buffalo, thank you for the resub. 8 months, saying welcome back. Thank you, Master Buffalo. Appreciate you.
It's your lucky day.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Trying to find a picture of this. I'm not really finding it. Unless, let me go to maps. Maybe maps will showcase this. Does this show it? All right, let me share this with you for a second. So this is the beach there, which is beautiful. You can check out the mountain in the background. Over here is a place called Monkey Bay that we went to, which is just this little like cove. And I guess there's a bunch of monkeys that live on this island that you can go kind of watch and check out. You're not supposed to touch them or feed them because they might have rabies and so on. When we went there, unfortunately, there were no monkeys there when we got there. But as we were leaving, 2 of them actually came around like the coast edge, like near the water and into the cove. So we got to see some very briefly. But this is the beach that we had here on this island. The water this time of year was like swimming in piss. It was very warm, not very refreshing. There's a I love Phi Phi Islands sign. Great name. Very, very good name. Anyway, I'm trying to show you. Over here, it goes up, and you have to climb like a huge hill on stone steps to get up to your rooms, which is really not very fun. Okay, gotta move this. How do I re-pick up the maps guy? I don't think they're gonna have anything from over here. Anyway, this island in general, how do I've lost my ability to move. Let's go over here. You can see these are the long tails, all these ships. That one's like cut in half. They're all very consistent looking. I guess for tourism purposes, maybe they're all owned by one company and the locals just use them or something. I'm not really sure how that works out financially, but hey, look at twins. 2 sets of twins. You love to see it. Let's go back again and get on the main road here. This island was really cute. This is probably one of my favorite places in Thailand here, because you could see there's just these cute little roads with all the businesses along each side of it. I'm realizing this music is not very fitting for this, is it? Let me pause that for a brief moment here, but really cute. Let's go. Let's find a slightly more businessy little area. There's a food place. The food was amazing. Really quite liked it, although quite spicy, and my stomach was not super happy about that. I enjoyed the food still, but my stomach did not really, which is unfortunate. But yeah, so you can see all these cute little shops. I think some of these people sleep in these shops. I don't see hammocks in these particular ones, but there were definitely some that we saw. that had him in it. But this is basically like what the whole island is like. It's just really cute. I liked it. I liked it a lot. Just a completely different like way of living life, really. Thailand has the Three Houses OST playing all the time. I mean, I was there. I don't think so, but that would be funny. Did you get diarrhea? Not quite, but my stomach was also not thrilled still. What's up, Liam? Yeah, Thailand was easily the most beautiful place I've ever been to in my life. So I would recommend it. Really would. Why do I feel like, let's just attack this stupid thing and back off. See if he'll come join us now. I don't really want to get sniped by a bunch of dudes as we try to fight this thing, so I'd rather at least bring him over to us slightly before we deal with it. Thailand does have the Three Houses OST playing all the time. The two sets of twins told me. Okay, well, I would trust their opinion more than my own. It's true. They were clearly there at an even more important time than I was. But yeah, so the day that we arrived on that island, we had to lug all of our stuff. Well, actually, we didn't have to bring our suitcases up the hill. The hotel did that for us, which was very nice. But we had to lug ourselves up the hill. And in general, I do want to say too, I really like the heat. I like tropical locations. I don't mind humidity usually. In fact, people where I live complain about humidity. But this place, it was rough. It was rough. Thailand is like, you get out of the shower in your hopefully air-conditioned room, you put on a brand new set of clothes, and then you go outside to do things, and you are struggling and fighting for your life to not sweat through that outfit in the first like 20 minutes of being outside. It is rough. You will be sweaty like the entire time. It's going to happen. It's something you have to accept. I thought maybe eventually I could get used to it, but I don't think there was enough time on the trip for that to happen. So, yeah, if you're trying to like look good and feel good and be good, you're gonna suffer for it. You know, I brought some like button-down shirts. I especially wanted to wear like a nice button-down for the final night that we had there together, and I suffered for that shirt, let me tell you. But on the same day that we arrived, lugged our butts up the hillside and took a shower after a long ferry ride. Our tour manager thought that it would be, I mean, it was part of the schedule, so it's not really his fault, but on that particular day, because we have limited time, what the agenda item was for us to do a hike, basically up to this viewpoint area near the top of the island. See if I can find some pictures of this for you. I shared one of them in the Discord server. These pictures kind of suck a little bit, but I guess this kind of gives you the gist of it. This is what I was told for this hike. I was told it would be like a 20-minute walk to some steps, and then after the steps, maybe like another 20-minute hike. So that doesn't sound so bad, right? But what our tour guide failed to explain to us is that, again, you're walking up these like kind of slanted stone steps, higher and higher and higher and steeper and steeper and steeper, to the point where when you reach the staircase that he mentioned, we're talking about a staircase that was near vertical in terms of your ascent up this side of essentially the mountain part of this island. And I don't love heights. I did it, but it wasn't very fun doing that, especially coming back down. I had to do it backwards. I had to step down backwards because I was not about to face forwards and go down a near vertical staircase. Excuse me. But the view was beautiful. when we finally got up there. It was really quite nice. This is, you can see both sides of the island and the beaches here. Amazing view. Amazing view, totally worth it. It was just scary, and I feel like we kind of needed a little bit of a warning. Because if I was like an even bigger guy or something, I might not have been able to be physically capable of doing what we did to get up there. And we went up there at the perfect time because when we were leaving, it was sunset, which was beautiful for pictures. It was amazing to take a bunch of nice pictures. But there were people going up there as it was getting dark. And I felt for them, but also I was like, what are you doing? You are so stupid. How are you going to get down from that mountain in the dark? Some of the stairs and some of the paths had like some lights or some things along it that maybe would illuminate it a little bit for you. But imagine going down a near vertical staircase in the dark on the side of a cliff. No, thank you. No, thank you. So I don't understand what those people were doing, but that's scary, and I'm glad I was not there to see that. The nights out on that island were also really cool. There were a lot of fun bars and places. There was a place that was basically a little boxing joint. It was a bar with a little sparring area, and they basically got stupid tourists to fight each other to provide entertainment for everybody else watching. So anybody who wanted to could essentially sign up, get in the boxing gear, jump in the ring, and beat the crap out of each other while everybody else watched on in awe. So we did a little bit of that. Oh, I'm not saying I didn't jump in and do that, but we watched some people do that, which is fun. So that was pretty cool. I like that place. They also had a fun bar that had, for some reason, very popular in Thailand are the riding the bulls. Seeing how long you could stay on for, getting free drinks if you do manage to stay on the bull for the whole time. I don't know why that in particular is a big thing, but that was at several places we went to. And also at that place, there was a blue light in there. And someone was using glow-in-the-dark paint to paint people's faces and stuff and give them fun designs. Let me see. I'll show you a picture of that, actually. So I got my face painted. I don't have pictures of mine because my friend has it on his phone. But here's my friend with his face painted with glow-in-the-dark stuff, which is really nice. So they just had really cool stuff going on. Outside of that bar, they had a bunch of fire tricks, people doing fire stuff. They lit like a jump rope on fire, basically, and people were jumping over it and playing with it that way. You had the people doing the fire spinning things around, even taking some people from the audience and doing the tricks all around them and stuff. And I was just thinking to myself, like, I don't know where the nearest hospital is, but it's also probably an island hospital, and I don't know how legit that's going to be. So if you actually get burnt from that, good luck. But they were good at what they were doing, so nobody seemed to get hurt while I was watching. Very interesting. Also, another strange facet of Thailand culture was people were selling at bars balloons filled with nitrous, which I guess is not illegal there to do, but very odd. So basically, like, you could get high from like sucking on a balloon, essentially. I didn't bother with it because I don't know if that could like destroy your brain cells and stuff. I have no idea about that. Wasn't gonna mess with that. But some people did partake in that. It seemed to be quite popular. But in general, what I think is really cool about their little society over there is like you could go into one bar and get a drink, right? And here in America, you can't leave with that drink. But there, you could literally walk down the street, walk into a 7-Eleven, no shoes on, drink in your hand as you're walking around looking around at things, and just basically leave and go wherever you want. I'm not even sure how they're confident that that glass will ever make it back to their establishment at the end of the day. Maybe it doesn't matter. I don't know. I was respectful enough to bring back anything that I took, but that's just amazing to me. And the freedom of that was kind of awesome, that you could just do that. You grab a drink from one bar, another bar doesn't care that you bring it into their bar. Here in America, that is, first off, you can't do that. And second off, that's a no-no because they want you to buy drinks at the bar that you're walking into instead. So I found that very interesting. but it's just the way that they do things there, and I guess they've found a way to make it work. I think we're gonna let Felix tank this. I hope that he can do it quite effectively. Oops, against the wrong person. Zenny Dragon, thanks for the raid. Sorry, my brain. I've been telling some stories about my recent trip to Thailand that I'm now just back from. It's my first stream back. Welcome, folks. What were you guys playing? Good night, Hydri. Doncho, did I miss your first message here? What did I miss? What's up, Pat, FGC? Charlotte said, weird about Thailand cats. When I went to Greece, the cats easily approached my group. Yeah, that's what I would have figured. I figured they would at least come up to us and want attention, but they did not. Doncho, if I missed your first message, I apologize, but you said it was quite nice, but my tour guide felt bad after he saw me crying and dying on the ground on top of the mountain. I don't know if that was like quoting me. That did not happen. I was fine, but I felt bad for anybody that was less physically capable than I was, because that was quite the hike. They made it sound simple, and boy was it not simple. It was scary. It was scary. We are not finishing this map today. Yes, we are. Chill. Chill. I find it very challenging to multitask, okay? Sounds like I need to move, System Spawner Man.
What did you expect?
Felix casually avoiding death. Did he almost die and I didn't pay attention to that? If he did, then good boy. I'm not even like feeding people properly anymore, to be honest. I'm just trying to get this done. We're streaming some Baldur's Gate 3, says Zenny. I've been told many times to check that out. I've seen a lot about Baldur's Gate, but I haven't actually tried it for myself. I have a love-hate relationship with Dungeons and Dragons, so I don't know if it would be up my alley, but definitely at some point I've got to try that, because I know that's like game of the year for a lot of people. Was that last year already that came out? My God. Yeah, I heard amazing things about it. Multitasking, multi-yapping? True. All right, let's finish this.
One to remember.
I'm getting a spam phone call. See the Game Award nominees, Lucky? I did not. Yeah. Maybe I'm just like a weird living under a rock normie or something, but I swear that those Game Award things already happened this year. Am I wrong about that? And it happened last year and it's been a year already, but I feel like those Game Award things, what's the guy's name? Jeff Keighley or whatever, his Game Award thing, I swear to God, happens constantly, like every 2 months. I don't understand what's happening with that at all. But I swear that already happened this year. Maybe you're thinking of the Streamies? I'm not thinking of Streamies. I'm thinking about the last Game Awards thing, because that's like the only video game awards show that people actually care about these days, at least on like Twitter and stuff. But I swear that, I don't know, it just feels like that already just happened. I did see that Unicorn Overlord was nominated for what? One of the RPG categories or something like that, or strategy? I don't know the specific name of it, but I did see that. They're rigged, says Mercenary BDU. Interesting take. You're thinking of Summer Games Fest? Maybe that's what I'm thinking of, Grace, yeah. Done by the same guy, though, isn't it? Is that why I think that? Nominees are actually great this year. Everyone agrees. Let's approach the edge of this range. These are like, what, 3 heroes down here? Yeah. Gonna swoop in and nuke them. What else? Oh, so that particular bar that we went to, actually, this was a different night, but we went to another nearby bar. They were doing a beer pong tournament, and I'm not a great beer pong player. I find it to be a fun game because you could really test your aiming skills. But yeah, usually I'm the one getting carried and not doing particularly well in that game. But I played with my friend, and we were destroying. Mostly from him in the beginning. He was really carrying me and doing a good job. And we started winning. And what quickly turned from a casual thing became, oh no, we can't leave this bar because we're winning this, and we have to stick through with this and see if we make it all the way to the end and win. But it was kind of a scam at the same time, because the grand prize for winning the tournament were 2 drink buckets, which were about 250 baht, I think, in their price. Let me look up exactly what that equates to. Baht USD. 250 baht is about $7.23 in USD. $7 for like a drink bucket. First off, amazingly cheap. But that was the grand prize. Two of those for us. So not exactly a big prize. And also, each round that we played, we had to buy a drink to fill our cups with for at least like 100 baht each round. So basically, we kind of felt like it was a scam because we were just buying drinks constantly while we were there. Not that we wouldn't have, but it was like, I don't know. Being part of the main event, I guess I figured at least they would do that for us, but that was not included. Anyway, we end up making it all the way to the end. And I wish that we could say we destroyed the final round. We did win. We did win, which was awesome. But the final round, they forfeited because they had to go somewhere else or something like that, so we didn't actually play the final game. But in the second to last game, I finally got to the point where I was the one carrying and doing very well, and we won. We won the beer pong tournament, which was epic. But the cost was that at that point in time, all of the cute girls had vacated the premises of the bar and were no longer there. So we won, but at what cost? At what cost? Because there was no one there to enjoy our sweet, sweet victory. Wildcat, thank you for the resub. 11 months, almost a year. Thank you. How are you doing, Wildcat? Welcome back. I think we're just gonna nuke here. Responder Mam says, I only care about game announcements / trailers. You won for the love of the game? Yeah. You know what? Yeah. It was a nice memory. It was an epic night. Really it was. I tried talking to one really cute girl. I think she was from the UK. But it was like as soon as I would find somebody I wanted to talk to and flirt with, I'd get called for the next round and had to leave. And then by the time I would try to get back to them and continue that conversation and see where it would go, they were gone. So really got a little screwed over by that, but the winning in general was a fun memory. So, and we actually knocked the groom, one of the 2 people that were married and part of the wedding party on the trip. We actually beat them and knocked them out of the tournament. And they said to us, you've got to win now. You've got to take this all the way. And you know what?
Nice try.
In their honor, we did.
My duty.
So I quite like that. That was fun. Finally, beat this thing.
It's your lucky day.
I am, thanks to you. But still.
Busy with the 2-month-old?
There's something you wanted to ask him, right? Come on, he ran off into the forest.
I hope that's going well, though.
Thank you, Caspar.
Now there should be a scene, right?
Baby, that's what I've been waiting for.
A scene with the scythe? Liz?
You came.
How many years has it been since we last spoke? I'm so sorry. I should have come for you sooner. I'm sure it wasn't pleasant living in House Bartels.
I'm not sure I follow. Do you know this guy, Mercedes?
My
Hold on a second, I'm gonna test something.
Emil. Is it really you?
I'm sorry, what? Your brother is the Death Knight? But you two look nothing alike.
Mercedes.
He's got a big scary skeleton head.
Hold on just a minute. Is that all you've got to say for yourself?
This doesn't concern
Alright, that looks good.
That's not true. You're her
They would have
brother,
divorced if you didn't
right? But
win,
you got
lol.
nothing nice to say to her after all this time?
Well, you know what? We won.
Will die.
Even if I die, I've made my choice. Please, Emil, fight on our side instead.
I cannot. My soul has long departed.
Charlotte's asking, you gonna try Marianne's paralogue? We're gonna do anything that's expiring this month, and if it's not, I'm gonna hold off for now, not do a bunch of paralogues back to back to back, but we'll see. I gotta check when that one goes.
And yet, here, take this and go.
Mine Epic Zor's Scythe. Oh, never mind. It's his.
Is this a
The hero's
relic?
relic. Never mind.
You and I must share the same crest.
When next we meet, I will kill you without hesitation.
You won't kill me. I have this now.
What is it? You got a problem with me?
Take this.
There it is.
This is...
Yeah.
It's your lucky day.
She must live.
Death Knight is such a weird character. A little bit.
Emil! I can't believe he's gone again.
I can't
Caspar,
tell
pure
whether
of
or not
heart,
he actually
dumb of
cares that you're his
ass.
sister.
W Riz.
Somewhere, hiding underneath that helmet,
Anime.
there's a very sweet boy.
Is that a joke? Would a sweet boy threaten to kill someone? I don't get you, Mercedes.
Living at House Bartels changed him. But that's beside the point. Thank you, Caspar. I couldn't have confronted him without you.
Don't worry about it. I may not understand you half the time, but we're still pals.
Come on then, pal. Let's get back to everything else.
Yeah, goddess icon. Not the Raphael gem. Did we do skirmishes before that? Oh, we have one more point left. All right, so what's happening here? 823 for the Rhea one, 823 for the Dimitri one, 823 for Marianne. I say we're gonna take it easy tonight. Let's do suggested level 39 on that one. Yeah, that's not bad. Let's do that. It's not too bad. Is this on Twitch too? It is, my friend. Yes. Is that a dragon kidney stone or just a kidney? Great question. Yeah. If the relics are all pieces and bits of dragons, what is this? A dragon testicle? Kidney stone? Good question. No idea. Oh boy, this map. Yeah, what does the Raphael gem do again? Nullifies attack effectiveness and critical hits. May have damage. It's quite good. Defensive one. Should probably give Scythe of Sariel to people too. Can she even use it? She can. I'm gonna drop the steel one for now. It's got 5 uses left. Let's throw her a brand new shiny one.
Well, come back.
All right, what do we have here? Some bullions, some quite speedy paladins. A lot of paladins, my goodness. Pretty fast mages. It's actually kind of scary. We're gonna need some serious anti-cavalier firepower here. We do have some rapiers on some folks. Combat arts. Pat, thanks for the follow on Twitch. Probably have as much Night Kneeler as I can bear. We kind of did have that set up already though for Death Knight, so it's not like we don't have it. I want to bring in some other folks in here. I really should bring in Constance, but I just don't think she's going to be that helpful on this, if I'm being honest. Gonna bring in Yuri. I want to bring Catherine as well, but it's not even really anybody she wants to work on supports with. I feel like Lawrence should be here in some way, shape, or form. Maybe an adjutant, in case we do want to still use him. Hilda. Can we do Hilda instead of Petra? Let's do Hilda instead of Petra. Dang. She's flying. She can't do that. Never mind. Not a lot going on here for these. Am I stupid, or did your Pikachu evolve into a Bulbasaur? Yes, Pikachu did evolve into a Bulbasaur. It was a horrific twisted accident. Accidentally got shot by my laser gun. Something about the light frequency rearranged Pikachu's DNA. And now Pikachu just likes to sleep all day because it doesn't like what it's become. So yes. Is it too late for Baltus, says Deep Freeze? Yes. Yes. You care to check that level there, my friend? You care to see that? I think it's a wee bit late for that. Scared of Baltus. You killed Pikachu, monster? He's close to level 5 at least. Okay, well, I guess that's the silver lining there of the situation, isn't it? Who else should join us on this? Catherine is not exactly falling behind, but she's not exactly doing well either. Ash probably should join us. Let's do Dorothea Sylvain. We've got all of these waiting for us, so Ash doesn't really need any other supports. Gilbert. You missing Annette. Who's conveniently not joining us this time. I'm kind of all right with this, so we might not be able to get any supports out of this, but that's all right. Let's just bring some people that I want to bring. They can train passively in the background. Look at the map here. And let's save it and get started. Stevie not playing Baldur's Gate level 4 either.
At your service.
Baldur's Gate.
What's my strategy?
Very funny.
I'm in.
Sunshine.
I am prepared.
I'm just gonna back up and see if they come to me. They do. Just a couple of them right now, I guess. Fog is broken still. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. It's a glitch. It's not even really my fault. It's a glitch where even though I set the parameters of what it's supposed to do, it keeps getting more and more light, like opaque each time. I probably just have to completely delete it and remake it. That might fix it. There's your points back for that. Okay, so we got 2 in a row there.
I will prevail.
I don't mind like assembling, I guess.
Ready when you are.
Fog used to be fun.
This is so bad. I hate everything about this.
All right, we'll get back to the fog days of old, okay? Let me write this down. Discord invite link is broken. Is it? I replaced that recently, actually. How's it broken? Oh, it might be broken on Twitch. Maybe I forgot to update it on Twitch. I thought I did that, though, actually. Hold on a second. It's kind of important. I mean, the old one should still work, too. I mean, that one works for me on Twitch. What's the new one exactly? This is the new one. All right, I want to update that button. If you're talking about it being on Twitch, that should be fixed now, I would assume. What's up, Veronica? How are you doing? You're late? Only a little.
Remain cautious.
Anyway, where was I in the story of this week? We were talking Fun Islands. I clicked from YouTube. Does this one work? That one works for me. All right, I updated it in the YouTube stream, but it might be broken then in some past streams. But I thought I would have gone through and updated the default.
Why not?
In there, but maybe I copied an old stream at some point. Thank you for letting me know. Tell me I'm not missing story time. Yeah, you are missing story time. Sorry. You'll have to catch it in the VOD, Veronica. You missed the ping pong show. That's what you missed. Though, to be fair, I don't know if you wanted to hear about that or not. Truthfully.
I assume a stray arrow finished it.
You talked about preventing a divorce through beer pong. True. What happened the next night? What happened the next night? The next night we went out again, and it was so hot that one of our friends in the group convinced us to all take our shirts off at the club and dance. And that was kind of a fun experience. It was an unusual experience, not something that I would usually do, but because it was so hot there, we did it. And I quite liked this guy on our trip. We met him on the trip. I didn't know him beforehand. He's an Aussie, but he was good. He was on point. Good riz. There was a point where one of the guys in our group like danced in front of one of the girls that was nearby. That was just a random girl like at the club dancing, and she made a face at one of our friends like, ew, like get away from me. But this guy then, within the blink of an eye, transformed that like bad situation where the girl wanted like nothing to do with one of us to all of a sudden the girls are in the middle dancing, taking turns switching in and out of the middle. I don't even know how he did it in retrospect, like how quickly it happened, but I think he went up to her and got her to dance more. Somehow completely fixed the lack of riz that was occurring there and re-rizzed her. and then her and all of her friends were dancing with us. So that was a fun evening and fun situation there with that. What else is a crazy thing that happened? On this particular trip. Let me check my photos to remind myself. We did that. We did the fire shows. What we saw. We saw some of the boxing. Went out to some of the islands, like the Monkey Island, which was awesome. Oh, we got to see Maya Bay. Maya Bay is a very beautiful bay location. Let me show you a good picture of it. I guess you're not gonna be able to see that super well, but beautiful teal water and huge rocks in the background. I guess it was the filming location for a Leonardo DiCaprio movie in the early 2000s called The Island. I saw it many years ago. All I remember about that movie is that Leonardo DiCaprio joins this like a little island cult and ends up sleeping with some older cougar lady. That's all I remember. I was like, why are you getting with her? What is happening? But yeah, they filmed that movie there apparently. So that's cool, I guess.
What's the plan?
I'm gonna beat Constance. She needs to get significantly closer to becoming a great knight.
Maybe it's
Was the 19-year-old traveling by himself? He was, but he likes traveling. He actually has explored a lot of Australia in his little truck. Like he's kind of an interesting, outdoorsy kind of kid. I liked it. He's probably one of my favorite people that was on the trip, outside of the other Aussie guy with the Riz. But he'll come back in a later story. So yeah, I think that night was kind of simple. Nothing too much to it. Anybody that I tried to talk to didn't really go anywhere, but it was just a nice, fun night with the gang. That's what's fun about these trips is like you don't know any of these people beforehand, but you bond so well being in all these situations with each other that you just have these shared experiences that are really special, I feel. So that's kind of what I like about them. You make new friends across the world that maybe you'll visit again someday. My first group that I went to with last year to Argentina and Brazil, we already had like a little reunion thing in New York City earlier this year. And obviously we didn't get like all 30 people back. We only had a couple people that actually showed up to it, but it's still nice that you keep in touch with some folks. So it's quite cool. I like it. And if I ever want to go visit Australia, which I guess I probably should someday, I'll definitely have some Australian friends to give me the grand tour or to visit while I'm there. Stevie, I was just looking at X. Oh, Twitter, I guess. And I remember I kickstarted a game back in 2016 and have the game digitally and the first 2 or 3 DLCs, and I still haven't gotten the physical stuff for almost 10 years. Wow. And I have an Amazon order for a manga pre-order, and the order will turn 10 years old next year. Still waiting. I would suggest that you cancel at least the Amazon order. Holy crap. That is, it's kind of bad though, yeah. Strange. Okay, I think we're gonna stride. What to do here. Get a little move on. What's wrong with cougars, says Alvia? I mean, nothing, I guess, but seeing young, handsome 20-something-year-old Leonardo DiCaprio get with a cougar is like, bro, you didn't need to do that. Like, there had to be somebody else there on that island, you know, or not. Somebody else. I think in particular, I guess my thought when I watched that movie was I didn't find the cougar very attractive, so it was even more so like, why are you getting with her? Maybe that's mean. I don't know. It's just my personal taste. My personal taste. Leo's now 50. He is, yeah, and he is something of a male cougar himself. Yeah, exactly. Veronica, exactly. You know, there's rumors that Leonardo DiCaprio is actually gay. Which I find very interesting. It might make sense why he kind of is the way he is. And, you know, he came up in Hollywood with all that Diddy stuff going on, too. And I'm pretty sure he was at some of those parties, so who knows what he was involved with or whatnot, allegedly. But it really makes you wonder. You only like sub 25 girls? Yeah. But that may just be a cover. Some people in Hollywood believe that is just a cover. Everyone is gay apparently in Hollywood. It does seem that way sometimes, yeah. There's crazy conspiracy theories about all the rappers, all the famous rappers being gay too, male rappers. Like that's the only way that they like allow them in the industry or something like that. I don't know. I don't particularly believe that. I'm just saying it's a very interesting thought experiment, I guess. Strange world we live in. Anyway, got to see some insanely beautiful places. Did a little bit of scuba diving. Not like the insane, like actually, what's the word, legit scuba diving where you have like a tank, an oxygen tank on you. But no, simply just goggles with the little snorkel on it. And I didn't see anything like crazy among the coral reefs at the bottom, but there were some cool fish. The sea urchins were scary because those things were big, and the spikes on them, the spines were so long that I'm pretty sure you couldn't even see where it ended. Like it got so tiny and pointed that you could just like swim by and like kick it and not even think that you're anywhere near it, and you'd probably get hurt. So those were quite concerning, but thankfully they were all on the bottom and that was pretty deep in the places where they tended to be. Some cool pretty fish. I've done one of those group trips before to Peru for 3 weeks. Best trip ever. Yeah, see, they're fun. I really like them. My friend that introduced me to these trips, I'm pretty sure that at this point in his life, he is only living to save up money to go on another trip. Like, I don't think there's any other purpose to his existence at this point than to go on more trips. Which I'm not saying there's anything wrong with, but like he likes it. He's that obsessed, and I kind of get it. I do kind of get it, because you really do have a blast on these trips. At least I have so far. And the crazy stories, they just write themselves. Like, amazing things happen from time to time. Did anyone pee on someone's foot? Nobody got hurt to need that, I guess. I think is what you're trying to imply. What happened next that I want to share? Let's see. Swimming out there was amazing. The views were incredible. So on one of our boat tours, two boat tours, we stopped somewhere and we got to swim in the water, and it was just beautiful. The water is insanely salty out there, which to me is like, I'm shocked that anything can survive in such salt, but apparently that helps things live better, I guess. I don't know, but that's what I heard. But to me, I'm like, wow, how can life exist when it's like that charged? I don't know, but I didn't expect it to be that way. So if you got water in your eyes, it was very much an uncomfortable experience for a minute until it dissipated.
I assume a stray arrow finished it.
Lucky you think since Unicorn Overlord is getting so much praise, it becomes a series? It basically is a series. It's just a series that I don't go back to that often. I will go back to it. I'm not going to make any promises about it becoming a weekly series on this channel. We've probably kind of missed the heyday of that. But I don't know. I'll consider it. There is more I want to do with it. I just find it stressful because it's been so long that I know that the first stream back to it, I'm not going to play very well unless I play off stream and get reacquainted with it first. Eventually we'll go back. Life finds a way. True. Oh, as a game franchise. You think since it's getting so much praise, it becomes a series? Maybe, but I feel like Vanillaware is not famous for doing that, right? Don't they usually just move on to the next thing and never go back to the previous things anymore? I suppose it's possible that if they earned enough money from it and they decided like, hey, this is worthwhile to pursue, maybe. But it just doesn't seem like their MO. Miss Modern Mayhem says, I'd like to try a group trip, but I'm afraid of a really bad experience and being stuck with significantly older people. Well, what's nice about the ones that I pick, the company's called Contiki, Contiki, and the age range is from like 20, actually I guess it's earlier than 20, I guess like 18 to 35 is the cap. So really in a couple years here, I'm not gonna be able to do these trips anymore either. But usually it's a decent variety of people. Like I was saying with this particular one, we got a little screwed with the variety because we had the big wedding party that took up a third of it, and then we had some very young, like 20-year-olds essentially, which aren't really a problem, I guess is what I'm saying, but they are on the younger side, and there were more of them on the younger side than I anticipated there being. I like the crit rate on this new scythe. Can we try it? Let's try it. Immediately does not crit, but all right.
The situation is dire.
Beggars can't be choosers, I guess. Charlotte says, I use Contiki for Japan. Oh, okay. How did you like that? I want to do Japan a lot too, but I don't think we're going to do Contiki for it just because I think, like I experienced with this trip, it's so fast that I think I want a little bit more breathing room if I'm going to do Japan. That's kind of where my friend and I are landing on that one. But I hope you had an amazing time. And that's the other thing too, is I don't know if they do, I have to look at what Japan ones they even offer. Because I definitely want to do like Tokyo, but also I think what's more important for me are the temples and the countryside. Like I want to do like Kyoto. I grew up playing Pokemon Gold and Silver, and so for Johto to be based off of that area, I gotta see that area. That's like #1 for me. I strided, and I think maybe it wasn't worth striding this turn, but let's do a little dance here. We need something to take over for Ogre Battle series. Did you check the rusted weapon on the beast? No. Yeah, it's true. Sometimes they have some good stuff here. Gradivis, in fact, exactly as you speculated. So definitely make sure to get that. I think we have something already. I don't know if it's Hauta Clear or something, but I've gotten one of them at least in this run. Want to be a bro and crit? No, you're not. You're not. I think I'm leavening the other guy. Okay. This is not a smart turn what I'm doing right now, but at this point, I'm just trying to pick them all off.
Only I shall know how you die here.
Smash to do smash. Yes. Had to be done. Ooh, Mercedes. This is stupid, but she's capable of running all the way down there. I could Gambit. I could Resonant Lightning. I don't think it's gonna break the back one though, unless that's the one I target. I don't think she can hit that one. I could try though.
What about this?
You'll need a couple weeks for Japan, at minimum 2 weeks. Yeah, I think if we're gonna do it, we got to do minimum 3 weeks actually to make it worthwhile, because these are long flights and there's a lot to see. I knew it. I knew that one wasn't gonna get broken. Petra. You deal with this. No. Almost. Yes.
With all of my might.
Osaka and Hokkaido are on my bucket list as deep freeze.
Great work.
I see that as well. In fact, yeah. I mean, ideally all of Japan would be on mine, but most specifically the countryside. That's the most important to me. Really hope he doesn't. All right. We're good. We're good. Oily says, I went on in all ages above 18. Most were in their 20s at the time, but also people in their 40s and 50s as well. I think I was 27 and there was a good mix of ages. Honestly, I like the age diversity. Yeah, that's fair. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Charlotte says, Japan was so awesome. The one I did covered Tokyo, Kyoto, and Osaka. Went to Disneyland Tokyo and loved it, but I want to go back because there's so much to do there. Yeah, that's the thing. That is the thing. Good to know that they do one that does have Tokyo and Kyoto, though. And even Osaka. But you probably only have a couple nights at each one, which is why it's kind of
Be careful.
a little bit sad. Right? Because it'd be nice to do even more.
Too, okay? I have a plan.
What takes over Monday slot after Blue Lions Root Lucky? Will you finally play Genealogy with Choops? That's a great question. I don't know yet, but that is definitely a distinct possibility. I hope that the offer is still on the table with him for that, because I think that'd be really special to do. Oh shoot, just a double zero. Like that a little prematurely.
What's the plan?
Oh, Sylvain. Double Bolganones? Yeah.
I've pushed too hard.
What's my strategy?
Sorry, let me break this shield.
I am prepared.
I don't know why it's my main concern, but it's my main concern now.
The situation is dire.
Be careful.
I'm in.
She is hurt.
Why not?
I should have physicked. So do you plan on doing the bouncer gig still, or will we get the Friday streams back? I'm definitely not going to stream 3 days a week. It takes enough out of me to do 2 nights, staying up as late as we do. I'm open to at some point maybe changing up which nights we stream on, because I do think it'd be nice to potentially hit like the European audience or something that are currently not able to make it to streams because of the time difference.
Sunshine.
I don't know about Fridays in particular. I need to maintain some semblance of a real life, Tristan. That's the challenge. Okay, we need to break this now. She might die though. She should have been the one that got healed. She wasn't. Hold on.
Why not?
Ready when you are.
Who did that one?
I am prepared.
It's the Monday that gets me, that's why I ask. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Monday may not be the best day. You know, it's a good day in terms of like I feel like most people probably wouldn't have something very important happening on a Monday evening. Well, you're right. At the start of the week like that, it does kind of suck, doesn't it? I really don't want to waste this for that. Press it so.
The situation.
There's Gradivis. Except now Byleth is dead. Byleth is really...
Be careful.
Byleth is crazy dead.
Sunshine.
Wow, what a bad turn. Bad turn for Byleth. I guess we can't do that.
What's my strategy?
I am prepared.
I should have switched that, whatever.
Why not?
Sorry, I just want to redo that, but make sure we don't die.
You saved me.
Ready when you are.
We've just used a combat art. I'm not sure that she has the damage output though for that is the thing. Just another hit on it. So now we didn't do enough damage. Shoot. Oh crap, that's not what I wanted to do. Sorry, let's go back to do. I think we need to monster breaker him. Yeah. There we go. That works.
This situation is dire.
Friday's a good option, so you'll have Saturday and Sunday off for fun. Yeah, but you can't really do anything socially Sunday night as much, right? Like losing Friday is still kind of bad. Kind of crappy.
Why not?
I'm in.
So I don't know about that. Double 27s, that's bad. Oh, especially because we're just under that amount in terms of HP. Why did I think all you needed to do is be one tile back?
Sunshine.
Why you need repo? I have it on certain people. It's just that it's the certain people that are like down here basically, or not with us currently. These folks up here are useless without it. Yeah. We got a drawback on somebody who's mounted that can't make it over there. Shoot. Let's go like this.
I am prepared.
This
I think
situation
maybe we
is
just need to
dire.
end this loser now. Here and now.
You took me lightly.
Hey Audrey, welcome. I know you miss me, and of course I'm not the one who misses you.
It's your lucky day.
How'd you know? How did you know?
What's my strategy?
How did we kill this one before? This doesn't matter. He's gonna steal all that sweet EXP.
Why
Well, how
not?
do I always, every single time I play this turn, I'm always like one move off. One move screwed.
I'm in.
All right, we're fine. We're fine. Get good. And no, it's true.
Hard life.
I know.
I'll cut through.
Sorry, it's been a little bit since I played this.
One to remember.
Okay. There's Gradivis.
Sunshine.
You need to be down here. Dismount you. Oh, no! I hate this turn. This turn sucks. All right, let's fix this. I thought we were good that time, but the monster was blocking his range.
You chose poorly.
Yeah. Oh no, my wife. Oh, ooh, ooh. I wasted my turn economy.
This situation is dire. I aim for greatness.
You're making a mess. You're done. You are done.
It's true. Sorry.
I will prevail.
Maybe I just need to assemble him.
I'm up for it. I have a strategy.
Deep Free says, I like the Monday streams, to be honest. I think they work because of that, right? Like, Monday's not a bad day to lose. To not be social, right? It's a pretty good day, I think, for that purpose.
Too hard.
I am prepared.
What's my strategy?
Like that. I'm gonna go like this. I love Mike. Yeah, Mike's an awesome character. I miss Better Call Saul, to be honest. It's a little sad that show's over. I mean, it didn't really make sense for it to be like significantly longer than Breaking Bad or anything, but I just think it was a pretty sweet show and I miss it. He's finally getting some strength.
I'll cut through.
What's the plan?
Yeah. Sylvain is the last person that needs EXP, though.
Sunshine.
Petra. She's got some good stats already. This is kind of bad though now. Oh, I got Mercedes still. Oh, again. Speedy. How can I fix that? And you're choking me. Okay. Okay, that's not where I want to go back, so I'm going to waste the pulse there. It's actually bad. We're starting to run out of pulse uses. Okay, fine. Screw you guys. All right? You want to mess with me? Have to play smarter, not harder.
I will prevail.
What's the plan?
I'll help too, okay?
I think Petra has to get rid of that paladin. Yeah, that's exactly what I was just looking at. I'm gonna do this first though, and then Dancer, and then do that. Gotta love when the bow is better.
Witness frigid pride.
Monday always feels like a meth day. Wednesday though is when everyone streams or something's on TV. Yeah, I mean we could experiment at some point. It doesn't have to always be exactly the same as it was, but try to figure it out.
My duty is your death.
Veronica says, I've delayed watching the last episode because I know I'll be sad about it being over.
What's my
yeah,
strategy?
that's true.
Be careful.
Very much so. Okay, no more pesky, stupid paladins. I'm going to do a little monster breaker action here again. The fact that I've wasted like 5 pulses in this single turn is very pathetic, but we're going to get it. He needs a heal.
I'm in. That'll do. For now.
I feel like choking you because I want to know, did you see any weird options for massage, like choking and being dominated? No.
Sunshine.
I feel like even if that stuff was there, it's not something they could just advertise on the side of the building, so I wouldn't know until it was too late, probably. But no.
You fought well.
Okay. Stupid turn. Stupid turn. At long last. Where were we in our story? Oh, so we finished up rather quickly on that middle island in the middle of our journey because we also only had 2 nights there, which is kind of sad. But then we took another ferry to the 3rd location. And this location had an infinity pool upstairs. Here, let me show you.
Whoa, got him with that lucky crit. W Riz.
What was it called? Where is it? Here it is. This was the pool at the hotel, the last hotel we stayed at. So this was like the top floor over, actually it's not the top floor because there's more floors here, but one of the upper floors of the hotel has this infinity pool and the view is amazing. I don't know if it's going to show it or not. You're basically seeing this in the background, but from the pool. It's pretty incredible. This I did not see. There we go. So here's the infinity pool and that's the skyline and everything. There's a huge mountain range to the left. It was so beautiful. Amazing view. Great place. I met a really cute girl at this pool. She's from the UK. Unfortunately, didn't go anywhere. I asked her out for drinks, but I guess she wasn't super interested, but I tried. I did, however, go on a date with a Thai woman from Tinder, and that was an interesting experience. But I did a Hail Mary text message too, as well, to the girl from the UK, and unfortunately, as things tend to go, I was on the date with the Thai girl when that girl finally messaged me back, and she finally said something like, "Oh, me and my friend just finished up dinner. We're looking to get drinks. Where are you?" And it was like the perfect like opportunity, but I was busy, so that did not end up happening. But I had a fun date playing pool and stuff with the Thai girl, so that was nice. Infinite pool doesn't look that infinite to me. It's because the edge, there's no like edge to it, so like from the water, it's just what they call an infinity pool.
The task is
There's no harsh edge that ruins the view, so from the water you could just see right above it, as if you're like in the ocean itself, and the view all around you is just part of the skyline or something.
Time a quick study.
Perhaps I'll expand the... I'm looking sharp, huh?
I'm almost tired of
Wait, did I
learning
skip the
things.
teaching? Did I just skip instruction? Oh god. I don't know what I just pressed. Oh, we were looking at that hotel stuff, but I think I pressed a wrong button that I'm now upset about. Yes, you did. No! Oh well, we're not going back now.
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
Not going back now. You saved, right? I did. I actually did not save after that map. I don't believe I did. Because I like to check to make sure everyone's alive.
Wow, this is really terrible.
It's fine. I'm sure it worked on things that it would have wanted them to work on. I don't know. What is scrub? Hold on. Here's the real question, the real test. No. No! Still no. She needs to reach this class before it's too late. What's up, Poro McMahon? That's definitely spoken like a man who's lost a unit and saved without even knowing they died. It happened to me too. Yes. It'll haunt me forever. I lost Basilio in Awakening. I was grinding some units. I must have skipped his death. Didn't realize it happened. Then I proceeded to play 100 hours afterwards before I realized he was gone. So yes, the paranoia is real. We want this with Ash. Guess you might as well just give it to him. No, gonna stay what you are. Poor Basilio getting forgotten. Yeah, it's true. I liked Flavia better. Need more master seals. I don't know if I don't think I could buy them here even. No. Let me just double check people's weapons. You know what that means? All the Great Knight Constance talk was just a bunch of Empire propaganda lies? No. It's real. It's real and it's going to happen. It's just taking a bit longer than I want it to. We still need to give Caspar a better bow. That really needs to happen. Good night, Veronica. All right. It kind of looked like we didn't have any certifications that are really pressing. Oh, let's check on Yuri. We want Dark Knight Yuri. He does now have a 55% chance of passing. That's pretty good. We will, however, need to get another Master Seal. So maybe we'll do that momentarily. How are you with Mortal Savant? Almost there to the halfway point for that. Did you bring home souvenirs? I wanted to do more, but again, I was so busy that I didn't quite get all the ones I wanted to get. I got a little fridge magnet, and I got a little... Let me just go get the other thing. Hold on. Give me a second. So another facet of Thailand I forgot to mention too was because the baht is such a cheap currency compared to the US dollar, you can do a lot with it. You could live like a king in Thailand with just a decent amount of US dollars. But unfortunately for a guy like me, like clothes shopping is kind of pointless because most of the clothes that they sell are just too small, even at their largest sizes. I bought flip-flops at one point that I'm pretty sure were still a size too small for me. So that was just, I guess, the curse that I experienced there. So there wasn't too much I could do shopping-wise to take advantage of while being there. But this thing, for a little souvenir, I quite liked. Didn't even notice Stevie was gone? What? How dare you, Kai? Don't lie. So this is one of those little lucky cats. You can see its little paw moving. I guess it's like solar activated, but it's been in my suitcase, so there's not that much I could actually do right now, but I could shake it, I guess. I just thought it was a cute little thing. It's very Asian culture-y. I don't know if I'll give that to somebody or if I'll put it around the house somewhere, but that's the only other little thing I bought. I bought a magnet and I bought that. I quite liked it. Usually they're golden, but I liked this black one because it was kind of cute. So they had little Buddha bobblehead guys too. And a lot of the souvenirs are also elephants because elephants are very kind of spiritual and highly regarded in Thailand. I didn't realize, you know, just how Thai coded elephants were, but they are very important to that country. So that was interesting as well. I think we're probably fine on certifications this time. But I think we'll go buy some more master seals. Oh, look at this. Hanneman. I want Hanneman to become a holy knight as well because of that sickness. Do we need some more master seals? I didn't realize we're going to waste so many master seals this time. I must have done it last stream. I thought I even bought some extra ones, and apparently not. We did not. On this particular weekend, we have one more training. I think this is an explore day. And let's go buy some seals and stuff. Get things moving. And you know what? We'll try to set Constance up for success as well. The black cat of Fire Emblem streamers. Am I?
What? There's unrest everywhere these days.
I don't know, man. You only have like 3 months left and she's not even close to 30%. She is not making it, says Jonathan. Just because you said that, Jonathan, I will do everything within my power to ensure that she makes it. So you know what?
Welcome.
But yeah, it is concerning. I wanted her to be it sooner, but it is extremely out of the way for her, to be honest. So
Is that the one?
this is the end of the month. So there's not going to be a lot of opportunities to master seal before we can technically get more, but I'll buy 4.
Is that the one? Thanks a bunch. Come back soon.
Hello there. This one, yes? Return soon, please.
You have any bullions to sell?
This one? This one? Thank you.
Just the one. Can I forge that Gradivis? Let's find out.
Please come again.
Because that would be cool.
Hey there.
I can.
Is this it? There you go.
And I will. We do have some dragon claws already that I should have given to somebody, but I did not. Get some extra silver axes in there. A silver lance. I feel like we're kind of good on lances, though. Even have a Wodow that I haven't thrown at anybody yet. There's just a lot of mismanagement happening here. Yeah, I definitely blame the other guy. Matthew says, went to Thailand once, ended up seeing kids do Mai Tai fights while old men bet on them. WTF. I mean, that's kind of what I saw, but I saw tourists doing it of various ages. And I thought it was funny, but that's because it wasn't children. I should have bet on that. We did not get a carrot this time. Wow. Lame. Should have done some gambling. Some of you guys would have lost some points. The sauna. So I don't remember how the sauna works in terms of getting multiple people in there in a month. I'm assuming you probably can't. Let me look that up really quickly, because I think we already had Constance in there this month. Let me just double check this before I mess it up. Somebody says I do it once per month on 7 characters. Okay. So apparently you can have multiple people sauna'd out. Is Constance still sauna'd though? I think it lasts the whole month, doesn't it? It must. Is there an indicator here? Perhaps not. Is it here? No. This might be a waste of an activity point, because I'm pretty sure Constance was in the sauna already. I think we're going to invite her in there again. Maybe shouldn't do that, but just on the off chance that she is not currently all warmed up. I need to ensure. Oh yeah, she can't. Okay. Got it. Anybody else? Could make Yuri have even better odds of Dark Knight. That probably should happen. Maybe we'll do Yuri. Just returned from my adventure, I mean shower. Okay. Gonna increase. This might be slightly risky. Let's see. I think we just leave, right? Isn't Byleth already warmed up this month? I think we just leave. I'm not gonna risk it. Whatever. Let's make sure Constance is fully ready to be instructed. Right, there's another weekend of instruction, if I'm not mistaken. What did I click on? Why are you doing that? Stop it. Yeah. One more instruction of the month. We got to make sure that does some serious work for Constance. There's some people I didn't talk to either. I might be a degenerate, but I will never be a smelly degenerate, says Elvia. I agree with that thought process. There was a day in Thailand, I showered 5 times. No joke, 5 times. I can't remember the last time I showered that many times in a single day. What a waste of water, but it's because I sweat through my clothes. We did so many different varied activities that I just needed to. Otherwise, I would have reeked. It was bad.
It seems Dimitri has become downright charitable, but I believe he is operating under a serious
Okay, that's excessive.
It may appear as if Claude is appealing to Dimitri for aid, but that is not what is happening here. That's not it either. Claude has asked for reinforcements from him. Simply put, he is not. I suppose there is nothing else for it, is there?
Who else is up here? Let's talk to what's her face really quick. I can't even remember her name. Manuela. Where are you?
Speaking of which,
Must be up here. Yep.
What do you think?
What do you think? Remember? Well, butter. And he bet.
I might have undercut my exploration the first time around this month to do things more quickly, expedite them for the stream. So I probably should peek around just a little bit, see if there's anything.
Right. Deirdre, huh? I've always wanted to go there.
My skin would be so dried out.
So to hear about a place
I don't think
called
mine
the
was, to be honest.
Capital, it just sounds
Surprisingly.
so elegant. When the war's over, I hope I can visit with everyone there.
Lawrence has a bigger ego than Logan Paul, only he isn't as punchable or nearly as stupid. It's kind of fair. Yeah, I couldn't believe how many people were tuned into the Jake Paul-Mike Tyson fight like that. It was happening when I was on the plane ride back to America here, and there were so many people with the stream up on their phones. I could not believe it, because to me, that's like... that's like maybe boring normie stuff. I don't know. Like, I guess if you were excited about it, I'm happy for you, but it's meaningless. I feel like everything with the Paul brothers is always like fake and staged and just like a publicity stunt. So I knew immediately Mike Tyson was going to lose. He probably just collected a bag of money and decided to get beaten up and not do very much. Just for the cash, because they seem to be obsessed with building Jake Paul's clout and making him seem like a legitimate fighter, even though he kind of just fell into it and decided it's what he wanted to do. I don't know if he's actually a good boxer or not. Maybe he actually even is, but I just know that from their YouTube channel in the past, how much they faked things and lied about things, that I don't trust anything those people do. So I'm shocked that so many people were actually interested in that. I'm actually disappointed that so many people were interested in that fight.
I went to visit my dad. He used to grovel at Cornelia's feet when the city was under her control.
I didn't even want to think about it. Huge waste of time. Didn't bother with it. Every fight before was way better. That's what I heard. I heard the undercard fights were actually better. It was just for money, so I couldn't care less, says Miss Buttermam.
But after it was
I guess I was just stunned that it actually reached like a normal, normie, adult male audience. Because I saw like a lot of dads looking at it on that flight. I just couldn't believe it.
Absolutely. No matter what.
Let me just check outside here.
Oh.
I was here. I did get these. Let me stop in Abyss really quick because I want to feed Constance some items in case we don't take her to a meal. Because I don't think there's a lot of supports left that she needs to get. Okay, right, let's me confirm before I waste time doing that, actually. Like, does she have Balthus? She doesn't have Balthus. Slightly wasteful to bring Balthus in there. But I'll feed her something. Anyway. Next, he'll fight my dead grandpa. He might as well. I don't know. It's so formulaic what they always do with those fights too. It's like they'll do their little press conferences beforehand. One person always slaps the other person to create drama and like, oh, look what's happening. It's like the same copied and pasted bullet point way that they run that stuff every single time. I'm just not interested. And I feel like Jake just always wins because they need to build up his clout, make him seem like a real boxer.
So, the king who came back from hell, defeated the tyrant and liberated the people. It's like something out of a poetic saga. At least those in need will see it as such. It isn't like the poor need some lofty air basking in glory. What they need is someone who can ease their woes, keep them fed, things like that. How they view such a king all depends on his ability to provide for them. All things considered, I imagine Dimitri will do a fine job at it.
People have always fought, I guess, so I get it now. And one truly...
Matthew says, my grandfather was a prize fighter back in his prime and showed him some video of the Paul brothers boxing matches. He said, and I quote, "That's not boxing, that's a playground brawl." I could see that. Ooh, another rapier. That's actually really good. You're getting closer to the final chapter. Constance's great night might not happen. Well, I'm going to do everything in my power to make it happen. But yes, I wanted her to be here sooner. But she's really struggling to get to that 30% mark. To even attempt it. It's just really not in her wheelhouse. Where's Baldus? Whose dog? Blathed Rex, yes. Eat some trout. In all my life, I've seen a single boxing match. It was a local fight between two mayors of my country. It was really short, but very funny. Yeah, apparently you get winded fast if you're not prepared, which is something you might not expect, but it does make sense, I guess. Where is this guy? He's over there, I think.
It's happened. The Alliance is now little more than a battlefield. So far, Albrecht territory has remained unscathed, but that won't last forever. When I see that Arundel guy, I'm gonna knock him flat. We're short on time.
Where are you, Constance? How did I come here for Constance and not find Constance at all? Hello? There you are.
I was most relieved to hear that no one at the School of Sorcery was harmed. They are capable people who bear Fodlan's future on their shoulders. Yes, the Alliance.
All right, gifts. What does she like? I don't even remember what she likes. You think she's an armored bear stuffy kind of girl? Let's find out.
Why, how
Nope.
thoughtful.
Nope. Stylish hair clip? Monarch studies?
Why, how
Nope.
thoughtful.
I'm not even sure. I got plenty of these though.
Why, how... Why...
I know Happy and Bernie are Pitcher Plant girls, but it's gotta make her prepared.
Need something?
Did we do this?
This one?
Might as well do that.
See you again soon.
What is the new quest?
they view such a king, all things can.
People have so I get it. Once I could use your help.
Brittany likes taking care of them and Happy eats them.
Why, hello there.
I can intertwine Marianne and Hanneman's destiny. Interesting.
Come back soon now.
It kind of makes sense. I think that's one that we absolutely got. And we're missing a lot of A support, so it makes sense why that might be the only one in there right now. All right, let's get out of here. I need to take a pee break really quick. I will give you something fun to look at once this finishes loading. I think we'll spend the rest of this stream prepping Constance as much as possible for a great night. I really hope we can up her percentages there. I really do. Here, you know what? You're going to stare at this bench guy. Oh, it's so close. Where are you? There you go. All right, I'll be right back. Give me 1 second. So, do you hang out around? Oh, I messed that up. I fumbled that so badly. So, do you hang around here much? Violet said, looking bored. Benchman ignored. What do we want to do now? Let's see. Some Violet training would be nice. Jump to Hanneman really quick.
What do you think?
Speaking of which,
Why don't I confuse myself as to where I am? Here we go.
Maya, unlike a parent that such.
This would be nice to get up to the next rank. We should probably talk to what, Annette somewhere. Get this Catherine conversation though. What's up, River Sum?
Hello.
Where is this woman? Bridge.
I think.
We're still searching for Lady Rhea, Lord Arundel. If we crush them at Dare...
Where is Annette? There you are. Out of all Fire Emblem avatars, does Byleth have the biggest heart? Lucky, in your expert opinion. I think so, yeah. I think so.
Deirdre in Far, so when the wars are...
I can't think of female Alear. Like the comparison there is a little lost on me right now, but I'm pretty sure it's still Violet. Oh, one more point. I think we got to do it. Why is this kid hanging out here?
Professor.
Anyway, the very same night we liberated the Claude must have predicted that we'd retake it. Claude's a hard... It's obvious.
Who else is Dark Mage? Coded. Oh, we gotta check this advice box too. And probably Dorothea as well. One note. Whose life can we save today? Felix, after the war, we'll have far fewer opportunities to fight. When that day comes, what should I do? How will I keep my sword skills sharp? There we go. There we go.
Pardon me.
Incredible. Dimitri is going to Claude's aid. How great is that? It's like we've gone back just I suppose.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
I'm getting the hang of this.
Okay. There's that. Let's do some meals. We got to make sure that people can be instructed properly. It might even, at this point, be worth it to do another sauna with somebody as well. In fact, maybe we should just do a bunch of sauna, and I'll feed them items to motivate them. Who else? It needs a little push to their final class. Honestly, not that many people. Lawrence, it would be helpful if we're going to use him, because he's kind of behind in that regard. Hanneman. Good night, Kai. Thank you so much for tuning in. Appreciate you. See you next time. Come on, come on. Matthew said, I saw a meme that went, my friend said that Kagetsu looks like the child of Annette and Felix. Now I can't unsee it. Keep it, keep it, keep it. Oh, you loser. Wait, does that kick me out, though? Oh. Yes!
It's your lucky day.
There we go. That helps. Anybody else? Since we are getting so close, we might as well make sure people can access the classes that I want them in. Oh, Catherine. Let's do Catherine, maybe. So I'd like for her to be a mortal savant. She is close, but she needs a little bit more of a push. It's going to be like 50-50 odds. Nobody can beat Alir's hair extensions, though. If it's all real, how does she sleep like that? Think about Saline. Saline must sleep like face down underneath a blanket of her own hair. Saline's hair is amazing. Scripted, not true, false, no skill, never punished.
W Riz.
Let's go. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Whatever. We already warmed up. All right. That's probably enough. Let's do some meals and feed some items to people. Let's go back and find Catherine. Alir says in Heroes Dialogue only gets bedhead on the blue hair side. That's crazy. That implies like the red evil hair like
still search Lord Arryn
is like stuck like that. It can't get messy. That's weird. Oh, she's full. She's max motivation. Cool. One. Oh, Yuri definitely needs something. Shoot, we gotta go find Yuri then. Maybe I'll use a meal on him. 1, 2. Oh boy. We need a lot of meals stat right now. Yuri. Yuri happy? Happy doesn't need much. This is not optimal because it's not going to give him any support points or anything, but let's go Yuri Lawrence. I just need to make absolutely sure with these few points left that we get everybody that needs
I did not
to be instructed. Who else is on this list? Hanneman, for sure. Hanneman happy. Hanneman Petra. Hanneman Petra.
This is my most favorite dish of all.
I would...
So that's more. We did get Felix into War Master, so there's really not much else he specifically needs. We even had Ingrid and Falcon Knight, so it's like most of these guys are kind of good with what they're doing. Maybe Hilda. Hilda happy. Oh, Sylvain. We're trying to work on his magic. Let's do this. What's up, JC and Dota? Any crazy stories? Yeah, I mean, you've missed them for the past 3 hours. I've been sharing stories. I do have one more, I think, wild story that I've not explained yet.
I realize.
I don't know how much I want to elaborate, but give me a second. Let me just figure this out first, and we'll go into that. Gotta start doing some of these supports too, probably next time, next stream. One more left. What do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll do one more batch of 9 and 10 of somebody. I guess to do Dimitri, maybe. They really don't like a lot of the same things, do they? I mean, your hair is normal and you don't have any facial scars, so it can't be too crazy. I suppose. But in the first 30 minutes of the stream, you missed a particularly interesting story that happened for science. So you'll have to go back and check out the VOD later on that one. So I'm not going to re-explain it here, but let's see. Okay, we're done with this. Actually, that's going to bother me. Let's talk to Marianne. Dance with the lady boy? That's not true. Not true.
I'm glad I am the daughter of having to...
Anything else I need? I bought some master seals. You buy more smithing stones. Could sell some fish.
Hello there. This one, yes? I thank you. This one, yes? I thank you. This one, yes? I thank you. Return soon, please.
There's like a silver fish or a platinum fish in there or something that I could sell, but I don't care. It's fine right now.
Please come again.
Smithing stones I'm supposed to buy.
Hello there. This one, yes?
I probably used like 20, so let's just get that.
I thank you. Return soon.
Does Anna have anything I want?
I hope there's... Welcome.
You got Dark Merchant yet? What does that mean? Dark Merchant. Dimitri has the least amount of favorite dishes, does he? Interesting. He's depressed. Opposite corner of Anna?
What?
Oh.
Hello.
I didn't even see you. I forgot this guy existed.
Will this one do?
Attention, all epic, sexy, lucky crit gamers. I bring you an urgent announcement.
Stevie, my beautiful baby girl, I missed you. I'm sure you already spoke about Thailand, so I'll go back in the VOD later, but I missed you. Never leave me again, or next time, put me in your suitcase. Can't wait to start playing BG3 with you like you totally promised. I don't remember promising that, but I remember considering it. Anyway, hello to you too, Chip. Yeah, I forgot this guy existed, but he does sell North salad. That's pretty good.
This one do? It's all yours. Take it.
That's good for carrots, I think. I don't think I need most of these. Arcane crystals might be nice.
Will this one do? Tell
I
your
don't
friends.
need to blow all my money on it. I think we're all right. Okay, I think we're done here. Any regrets? Any regrets, people? Battalions? Like, are there new battalions I should be buying?
What do you require?
Problem is, like, I have a lot of good ones that people just can't even use yet because of their levels. I don't think we need this yet. Are these backup? I'll worry about that later. All right, instruction time. Constance, get in here. Where are you? I can't believe I skipped this last time by accident. I'm so pissed about that, but it's okay. How did I do that? I must have went down one. Constance. What do we got? What do you need? Axe B+, heavy armor A, riding B+. Heavy armor C, riding B+. B needs to be B+. Axe B+. That's why she's struggling so bad. These all suck. These all suck for her. She's even actually bad at that. Do I go riding? This has become the best day in Chip's life. You can buy them at the calendar place. That's true. Yeah. That is true. It's that part of the game where everyone's grinding authority. True. Her ass is not passing. You have the Blue Lions Dancers. Is that one of the best? That is one of the best battalions in the game. I think we do. Yeah, I think we do. Chip's on a 5-stream streak. Thank you, Chip. Well, Lucky, you legit picked the worst class for Constance with her Banes. It's true. I did. But have you seen how she looks in it? That's the thing. I'm just scared as to what should be invested in here. Like, you think it would matter more getting to B axes or like B armor? It has to be C+ first. Oh God, that's why this is so bad. Brute force. Give me the perfect. Damn it, Constance. You need for Dark Knight A riding at this point. C Lance, B+ reason, A riding. C Lance, B+ reason, A riding. Oh my God, and you suck at that too. She looks like an extra chunky rose Crayola crayon in that class. I love it.
Go on.
Put some blue trim on it. My God, that did nothing. I put these people in the sauna and they still suck. Moral Savant, we need reason. So we're going to put all our puntos in reason.
Thank
Not a lot of progress there on these guys. You, Hanneman, need to become a holy knight because you look cool in it. B+ faith, A riding. Let's go with the riding for now. No perfects, I hate it. Lawrence. No. I got 3 picks left. Sylvain. What did I want to do with you? I guess nothing. You're gonna be a dancer. It's what you do. B+ authority. B+ authority. B authority. Wish I could go through everybody in here like this. I don't think I can though. B. I guess let's help Petra.
One step before the next step. You are giving me praise?
What do you want? Not sure what else I'd even do with her, to be honest. I have an idea for a new Fire Emblem class based on a historically powerful military unit in Polish history. Hear me out, Stevie. Look up pictures of winged hussars, and that's what I would make. Did you mention this last time? The hussar thing sounds familiar. Oh, those are cool. I like the big, like, feathery banner thing behind the head. Yeah, I would be down for that. I could see that as like some kind of alternate Cavalier path. To do authority? Like, who's important for me to get more authority on? Sylvain kind of sucks at it. Hilda? Gilby? Didn't even feed him right.
No need for praise.
What a Chad. His authority is already A. I'm not sure if there's even okay. So raising that more. You're bad at it.
That was so... I didn't even know.
Why won't he answer me? What are you saying here? Audrey says, I want another Path of Radiance stream. What did I do on the last Wednesday that I streamed before all this? What was that, Path of Radiance? It might be time to do something different, but we could do that again, of course, in a bit. Let me just check what happened last time. No, that was actually 4 weeks ago. Interesting. We had the Halloween stream, and then we had the last stream. I didn't realize the Halloween was so close to the end there. Okay. We could potentially do that on Wednesday. Let's see. Let's see what happens. But I know there's some other folks that want some other things too, so let me consider what that's gonna be. We're doing it. We're doing it. 0 points left. Group task. Like I want them here, and yet I think it's probably smart to keep them there. Path of Radiance, time to get Nephany. Oh yeah, that's true. That's where we were. Goals, constants, those two. Because my assumption was that we were going to use axes a lot to max it, and she just is still not using them fast enough. I really thought she'd be making more progress. I really did. It's upsetting, deeply upsetting. And you are kind of working on it. Yeah, at this point you have authority. That's good. I don't know what I was trying to do with Mercedes. Maybe allow her to be a Holy Knight if she wanted to be. She does have A authority already, though. You, I guess, are fine. Saw the thumbnail and thought we were finally getting the hot tub stream, says Lucky Your Twin. Not this time, sorry. He probably should have authority now at this point.
Professor.
Zehark, my love. If you hate Nephany, I swear. How could I hate Nephany? I like Zehark too. He refuses to answer me. Oh, see, Of course you're whining that I'm not answering you, Dota, because you posted an absolutely heinous question that I'm glad I naturally did not see in the first place. No, I would not. The answer is no. I'm not even reading that out
The task is
loud.
complete without delay.
Of course you're whining that I didn't answer that. Filth. The filth you put in my chat.
Could be useful.
Very well then.
Sorry, I thought it was funny. Certifications. I don't think we made, yeah. Why is it still 0%? No! If there's one thing I vow, it is that this will happen. It will happen. But damn, I'm gonna have to, like, on this next battle weekend, I'm gonna have to feed her like every enemy to ensure that she ranks up axes. It's gonna happen. It has to happen. You know what actually is happening though right now? It's gonna be this. Let's go, Yuri. You were born for this. Let's go, bro. Let's go. Come on. No! You bitch.
That went poorly.
Go to your room. I don't want to talk to you no more. What do we think? Mortal Savant, 48% chance. Is it worth the gamble? I don't really care about the money. I'm just wondering if we take the odds or not. Oh, how about you? 48% Holy Knight. Do we take that gamble? That one's more important to me too. Just give up at this point. Pink Cavalier isn't real. It's real. It's real. The One Piece is real. Just save, and if you don't get it, you go back. Very simple. I've vowed to not cheese anything this entire run, so that's the thing. I'm not save scumming it. If it's meant to be, it'll happen. It's not cheese. I think it's cheese. I think that's very much cheese. It's cheese. Come on. It's cheese. It's like somebody gets headshotted in XCOM and dies immediately, randomly. And like, you are heartbroken about it, but if you reload that save and save scum it, it's cheese. It's cheese. It's cheese, and you know what? He's gonna get it, so we're gonna do it right now. Let's go. Come on, bro. Come on! You can do this! You're a professor! You got it! 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 Yes! Yes! My hand is cramping. I literally can't move this finger. Oh.
Of course I passed. I am a scholar.
It's your lucky day.
Yes. He's ready. He's ready. Who else? You're not done with what you're doing. You are done with what you're doing. Am I making 3 Wyvern Lords though? Come on. That's stupid. Your odds are not good either. You have a final class to move to.
Stevie, my mom wants your phone number.
Yeah, especially after that one. Yeah. Okay. Tell her it's 505-0155. I think we're chancing that Catherine Mortal Savant, let's go. Come on, Catherine. You've been so disappointing. Now you're going to turn it all around right at this moment. Exactly right. No! What are the odds? 50-50. What are the odds? Never tell me the odds. Fire Emblem 3 Wyvern Lords?
Bruh.
It could be. It could be, yeah. Why do you force a percentage below 50 to succeed? Stop trying your luck and keep practicing. I mean, we will. We will, Audrey. Don't worry. Don't worry. Even she's got a 12% in Holy Knight. Maybe get a 12% in Great Lake. Come on. Come on. Come on. It's gotta have, if we get our access to A, I hope this skyrockets to like 30%, like amazingly fast at some point soon. Like if we rank up like 2 of those things at once or 3 of them at once. What chapter is this? Great question. I do not remember. It's the one after we took back the capital. And I don't remember how many are left after it, but I do know we are swiftly approaching the end sooner than I anticipated. Dota, do not rain on my happy parade. It'll all work out. It'll all work out, even if I have to grind constants for like 6 hours on skirmishes after this stream, but before the next. And that might have to be what happens. Should we do let's do the final story. Let me do my final Thailand story and then we'll wrap up this stream here.
You're making a mess. You're done. You are done.
I ain't done yet. I ain't done yet, and neither is Constance. She's not down and out just yet. I'm not going to go forward in the game any further because it's another skirmish weekend here, and I think that's going to be some Constance training time to fix the problem situation that we're currently at. And next time, we'll hopefully pick back up on the chapter next Monday. Let me share with you my final Thailand story. This was the final night. Who are you S supporting? Grinding is cheese? I mean, it can be, but we have 3 battle points with which to train people. Can't believe we would stoop so low. That's less cheese than normal, if you ask me. I'm helping a frail unit find their footing. Going into a class that she's not supposed to be. So that's different than her failing a class and me resetting it until she passes it with a 20% chance or whatever, or 30%, whatever the lowest it allows you to take. You know what I'm saying? I think that's different. Only 3, says Jonathan. Only 3 left. Ugh. Why did I think there were more chapters in Blue Lions? Wyvern Lord is broken because of insane growth rates. Bow Knight is broken because long range arrows go burr. It's true, Matthew. Yeah, Wyvern Lord was like the meta for this game, which is why it's kind of boring to make a bunch of people Wyvern Lords. I'm fine with like 2 of them, but I got 3 right now. It's a little boring. So, final Thailand story. It was our last night, and I was looking to make it a fun one. It was also the night of a full moon festival. And so people were setting off lanterns as part of their honorary culture. Unfortunately, they didn't allow any Westerners. Typically, you are allowed to buy lanterns and set them off too and make like wishes and stuff. But this time, for some reason, the police were confiscating all of them. I'm not really sure what happened with that, but they weren't allowing us to do that. But we went out as a group one final time. And we went to this club, essentially, that we'd been to a couple times throughout the week up to that point. And while we were in there having a good time, the power went out in the club. First time, it was just for a couple seconds, then it came back on. People went back to partying, doing their thing. Second time, it was out a little bit longer. And then the third time, it just stayed out. And now we're in the club. It wasn't completely dark. Like, we could see a little bit from certain things. I don't know if it was backup lights or what was happening, but it wasn't completely pitch black. But the power was out, and then we realized the reason why it was out is because it was downpouring outside. So apparently that had affected the power on the entire block. Our tour guide somehow knew, maybe from texting a friend that he knew that a bar/club little joint on a couple streets over still had power. So we decided to walk over there and go that way. Now, on this particular evening, I wore a black button-down shirt because I wanted to wear something fancy and nice for our final night in Thailand. Objectively, it's kind of a mistake because it's so hot and so humid that it just made me sweaty and slightly irritable for most of the evening up to that point. As I tried not to sweat through it and tried aimlessly, basically. But now we finally arrive at this second bar/club And this one is an interesting one because it's open to the outside. I guess technically the other one was too, but it was a little further back in. This one is actually just open to the street. Like imagine a bar with a DJ and like a little dance floor area, but the street, you could just walk in and out to the street. So we did our best not to get soaked on the way over. We used like, you know, anything that was sticking above or off of the buildings on the way to like kind of crouch underneath and walk through. And now we're here at this place. Some of the other guys in the group, as they've tended to throughout the week, decide it's hot. We're dancing in the club. I'm taking off my shirt. So they do that. And now they're pressuring everybody else, as many people as they can, to take off their shirts too, to like make it a whole thing, to make it a group activity, to have no shirt in the club. And then they decide to take it a step further. And they say, we're doing no shorts too. So they're straight up dancing at this point. Shirtless, no pants, underwear in the club. Interesting. And they're pressuring me. At this point, I have my shirt off too, but at this point, they're like, bro, come on. You gotta do the underwear thing too. And I'm like, are you serious? I've never in my life been only in underwear in a club before. Deep Freeze says, I don't like where this is going. So I decide, you know what? Last night in Thailand, let's do it. I'm down for the story. I like fun stories. I'll do things for the plot. So I do it. Then people decide, since it's raining outside and we're in our underwear, it's time to dance outside in the street in the rain, right outside the club. So everybody goes and does this. I do as well. It was wet. It was gross. My sneakers were wet, but you know what? It was fun. The club was cool with this. This is Thailand, Miss Modern Ma'am. They don't care at all about this sort of thing. If anything, they're enjoying the show from like the strange foreigners, I guess, or something. Like it didn't break any rules. They had no issue with this at all, whatsoever. So we're having a good time, and then I notice two cute Asian girls sitting somewhere in the bar / club. And I'm like thinking to myself, like, I want to talk to them. I don't know if it'll go anywhere, but I'm going to talk to them. So I asked one of the other guys in the group, like, hey, you want to like dance up to them and like see how they react? See what they do. Because at this point, mind you, still only wearing underwear in the club. Wet. We're wet now at this point, wearing underwear in the club. And I'm about to go talk to some girls in the club. So I try to ask somebody else if they want to join me. The first guy kind of wasn't into it. Then I noticed that the other guy who was the Rizzler in a previous story that we talked about that I really respected. His game was good. He was standing like right in front of them where they were sitting. So I decided I'm gonna go up and dance near him and just see what happens. So I do that, and he kind of like backs up a little bit, ends up knocking into one of the girls, and she spills her drink a bit, which could have been a bad situation, but instead I was on point, and I immediately apologized and used that as an opportunity to start a conversation with them. And so then I'm chatting with them for the next probably like hour or so, hour and a half of the time at the club, and it was a great conversation. It was going really well. I was really intrigued because the girl was from the UK, and you know, like, other people in the group are still around and stuff. One of them decides to sit down and start chatting as well. Not the one that I wanted to wingman with, mind you, but another guy. And I liked this guy earlier in the week, but tonight, I don't know what happened with this guy tonight, but he went too hard or something, and he was being a dick. To the point where he was like slapping another dude on his butt. I think he even slapped one of the girls at this table on her butt multiple times. I think she said 3. I'm not sure that I even saw all of them happening, but it was like, bro, like, come on, stop touching people. But also you'd think like him viewing me sitting here chatting with these girls, like specifically the one that I was talking to, I was there for a while at this point. Anyone with common sense would say, okay, this guy is interested in this girl. He's talking to her. I'm not going to interfere in that. But maybe it was because of the level of drunkenness that this guy was at. That was not a part of the scenario at all for him. So he comes over and he sits down and he's like, he's not like ruining it, but it's making it worse. And I'm in my mind thinking like, I just want him to get out of here. Like he doesn't need to be here for this. He's slapping people. Like, what the hell, dude? Come on. Eventually, you know, we kind of want to move and change bars or whatever, go see something else, go find something else happening. So I say, because they haven't been to the beach yet. The girls just came in that day. They just came in that day. They just went out that night for the first time. Have not been to the beach yet. I was like, moonlit stroll at the beach would be awesome. That sounds so cool. And it's literally right down the road from where we're at. Like literally a 2-minute walk, not even. So I suggest that. But we end up deciding to go a little bit past that into another one of the club places. In fact, the first one that we were originally at, we want to check to see if it has power again now at this point, because it was a bit of a better club than the one we were at. So we decided to walk down there. And this guy is coming with us now, and he's being kind of handsy and stuff, and the girls aren't really complaining about it at this point, but I'm like cringing, like, dude, just stop touching people. Like, yeah. So we end up in that other club, and things are a little bit better for a moment because, you know, I'm sat talking to the two girls. The other guy that was talking to one of them that I thought was a good wingman, and is a good wingman. He had kind of separated from us, but later in the story he comes back in this part, because he was hitting it off pretty well with the other girl. It's because we both, you know, we're talking to one of them each before this other dude showed up. And even though it hasn't been even a week yet, to this day I cannot explain what happened next in this other club, but this third party guy that I was getting growingly pissed at, he's just sitting in a chair in the club. He's not doing anything. He's just sitting there. Within the next 20 minutes, I swear to you, at least four different women came up to him just sitting there. 2 or 3 of which begin grinding on him out of nowhere. He's just sitting in a chair. And if anything, he's been an annoying dick the entire night. And it's not even like his game is on point or anything. He's just sitting in a chair. At least 2 women, it might have even been 3, just immediately start grinding on him. And I'm like sitting there like, what is this some kind of weird drunken Riz that I've never seen before? Like what is happening? Like, this doesn't make any sense to me. Like, he was taking things too far before. Now all of a sudden it's like working out for him, playing in his favor. I'm like, what is happening? Anyway, I was just glad that he was at least not ruining what I was trying to, you know, the conversation that I was trying to have with the girl I was talking to. And at some point he then disappears and goes to the bathroom, and then the club closes because it's 3 a.m. And at this point we're kind of pissed at this guy, like multiple of us. And so we're like, all right, we're leaving. Like, I hope he doesn't catch up. I hope he doesn't find us. And so we ditch. I mean, he's an adult. Like, we're not that far from the hotel. He could find his way back. So it's kind of a dick move to ditch him, but he was being an ass the whole night. I was like pissed at him. I liked him the whole week up to that point. I just think he probably took it too far that night or something, but I had no issues ditching the guy in the bathroom. So we leave him and we go and we hang out at the beach. And this is starting to go like really well for a first date. Like we're having fun. We're like running up to the water and running away from it when the waves are coming and stuff. The girl starts talking about like really deep stuff that like you wouldn't assume you'd be talking about on like a first date, or just somebody that you literally met at a club like an hour and a half ago or whatever. And so we're hanging out, and it's late at this point. Like, it's 3:30, maybe it's almost like 4. I've got to be awake to catch a cab in the morning at 7:30. So I've got like 3.5 hours and change to play around with here. It's very clear at this point to me, I'm not sleeping tonight. And you know what? It's kind of fine, because we're doing it for the story, and it's the last night in Thailand. Like, why go to bed and waste, you know, this kind of fun, exciting situation happening. You know, we were all having a good time. And the other guy is having a great time with the girl he's talking to. Like, things are just like working. They're meshing. We even hit up to 7-Eleven. We do some of the toasty ham and cheese sandwiches for like a late night meal. And then we decide to go back to the hotel. And my roommate is asleep at this point, and I didn't want to wake him up by having like 4 people come in the room and just, you know, start talking. And I didn't want to do that to the poor guy. So we go to the other guy's room, and we knock on the door and try to open the door. And he's got the like door latch. What is it called? The thing, so that you can't open the door. And stuff's happening in there. It's very apparent he's busy. So we can't go there. Then we decide there's no other place to go, but so the girls invite us to their room. And so we catch a little tuk-tuk ride thing to go over to their place. Mind you, this is also another like 20-minute ride out of the way. I'm like out of money at this point because of the drinks that I was buying earlier and stuff. And yeah, I was just kind of trying to waste the last of my Thailand money before I left. So this is very quickly becoming a bad scenario, a very stupid scenario where I could easily screw myself into missing my flight the next day. A more responsible person probably would have called it there and maybe said, you know, that's it. Like, no more. Not doing anything else tonight. It was nice meeting you. Bye. But what happens on these trips is so beautifully exciting and perfect, and I don't know, you just can't plan this stuff out. So thankfully, one of the 2 girls, not even the one I was talking to, she knew that we would need a ride back later. So she got the information from one dude about his friend who was going to be awake to pick us up potentially later on, because we were going to need another ride to where their hotel was 20 minutes away to take us back to ours. And who knows at that time in the morning, at like 6:30 in the morning, if we'd even be able to find a guy to give us a ride. So I was very grateful for her. She was on point with figuring that out, which is awesome. And so we went back with them, and we didn't have very much time at all, but it was an awesome evening. And then, you know, I had set an alarm for 6:30 so that I could get out of there in time. And thankfully, the other girl calls the guy. They do end up picking us up. Mind you, I have no money at this point, so I'm just hoping that the guy is all right with driving us, and then me running to the ATM before he leaves to pay him. It's 6:30. I need to be packed, showered, and ready to catch the thing at 7:30. That's an hour. It's like a 20-minute tuk-tuk ride to the hotel. Thankfully, I was smart, and I mostly pre-packed my bags. I needed to like throw some chargers and stuff away, and like, you know, some finishing touches, put some stuff away. I got like 40 minutes is what I'm playing with here at this point. We get the ride back. The guy shows up, thankfully. We say goodbye to the girls, which is a little sad because they were just getting there and we were just leaving, so like the timing kind of sucked for that. Then take the ride back. I run to the ATM. I pay the guy some money. Now I'm racing to my room. I've got like 30 minutes to hop in the shower quickly, pack my bags, and catch the thing. I did ultimately end up doing all those things and catching the bus by the skin of my teeth. Worked out beautifully. We actually kind of would have had a little bit more time. We allotted for like a 3-hour travel time because we had to take a 3-hour bus from where we were back to the Phuket airport. But the guy drove like a speed demon and he was there in 2 hours. So it was an amazing time. It just goes to show you that if you take the risk sometimes and go up and talk to that person you're kind of wondering about, you never know where it could go. I mean, I could have went up to that girl and talked to her and it could have went nowhere and it would be over. And then would have just went home like most of the rest of the people the rest of the night. But instead, it was a fun little side adventure, meeting some new people, having some fun, running around on the beach late at night, and then almost missing my ride back in the morning. But that is my final Thailand story for you. Lucky met so many ladies from the UK. I did. Actually, I did. Yeah, I don't know if Thailand is like Cancun to the UK people, but it like must be, because there were so many UK people there that it must be like a big like vacation destination spot for them. Like, it's obviously not for us because it's so far away from the United States to make that like worthwhile. So my assumption is maybe that's like the Cancun of like Europe or something like that for them over there. I don't know. It seems like maybe that could be the case. You got safely back, so no regrets? Yes, I know, but it's a little bit like the cam girl story from last year where it's like I almost screwed myself over so royally, where in that story my phone was dying. It just so happened that that girl happened to have an Android phone and thus had the correct charger for me to charge my phone. So many little details could have easily gone wrong and screwed me over, and I took the risk, but it worked out. It's their colonizer coast, says Will. Really? Yeah. This is the beginning of Lucky Crit's villain / Joker arc. Really? The douche got game now, said Gabe. Yeah. Yeah, but I've never met a better wingman than that guy that I spent that night hanging out with. There was an extreme mutual respect, and I'm a little sad that he's from Australia because I don't know when I'll see him again, but he was on point. I really liked that guy. He made the week even more fun. Never punished? Exactly.
It's your lucky day.
Yes. You know what's funny though? The UK girl, I left out a detail of an earlier story, but I sent her a Hail Mary message, and then I ended up going on a date with the Thai girl the next night, and then that UK girl finally texted back that they were available. Meanwhile, I'm out on a date with another girl, so I'm not going to text her back, and I'm not going to ditch the girl that I'm with because that's just evil. So I was very disappointed with that. But you know what happened was I was walking around the streets with this Thai girl, and we went and we sat down on like I don't even know what you describe it, one of those little garden wall things that you can just like sit down on, like on the sidewalk. And then I realized that the UK girl and her friend were walking right behind us as I was walking around, and I was like, are you kidding me? I don't know if she noticed that it was me or not, but like when I texted her the next day to see if maybe the final night we could do something, meet up, have some drinks, she played very hard to get. So I don't know if she had seen me that night with the other girl and then she was kind of more standoffish even than before, but damn, what are the odds of that? What are the odds? Awkward. Exactly the one time that a guy goes out with somebody else because nobody else made plans with me, and I made my own plans with a different girl. That one time that happens, kind of punish. She's seen you? Yeah, probably. Yeah, probably. She probably did. You think she didn't notice the 6'2" white guy in Thailand? Probably, yeah. But I wasn't sure because the only other time I met her, we were at the pool. So I also like wasn't clothed. I only had a bathing suit on, and she only saw like me from the front. So I don't know. I didn't know, but you're right. She probably did. Yeah, she saw you. Just double date, easy. That's 3 girls, 1 guy, and they don't know this other girl. I don't know if they would have been interested. I don't know. That's complicated. Steve has a max stat in luck IRL apparently. Well, I'm just glad that my YouTube and content creation name is at least vaguely accurate to me as a person, I guess. So I'll take it. Anyway, thank you guys so much. Thank you for your patience over the past 14 days, essentially, as I went on my little vacation. But so glad to see you back. Thank you so much. Appreciate all of you. I will see you back here Wednesday for some more of something else. Maybe some Path of Radiance. We'll see. Maybe I'll do something else. Shout out to Mercenary BDU, Will, Miss Modern Mayhem, Gabe, Lena, Bright Sky, Audrey, of course, Jonathan Rios. Who else? I'll say Elvia. I think she's asleep, but Dota, Luckier Twin, Deep Freeze, Matthew Edwards. Chip was here before. Tristan, of course. Who else? JC. Thank you, JC. Riversum. Bright Sky. Thank you, folks. Lunar Cryogen. So basically, you're harem protagonist now? Okay, I wouldn't go that far. I'm just enjoying being single and meeting people, and we'll see what happens. I've met some really amazing people recently, to be honest, even here in the United States before I went over there. I don't know what's going to happen, but what I do know is that in the past, I've looked past some red flags of people that I was dating because I was so excited about them, and then it was those exact red flags that later on tore the relationship apart. They were the bed that I made, the grave that I dug for myself. They ruined the relationship, and so this time around, I think, you know, if things are going to progress to a more exclusive relationship with anybody, I'm going to have to make absolutely certain that that there's none of that happening again, because love is dangerous, okay? Love is dangerous. It was better Brazilian streamer, UK Thailand girl. It was Argentinian cam girl, Brazilian streamer. I can't say that. I can't say that. Were they League players? That's my red flag. I don't think so. I don't think so. A gentleman doesn't kiss and tell, Gabe. I was blessed to have met any of the people that I've talked to. How about that? Lena says, amen. Amen and good night. Thank you, guys. I'll see you Wednesday. Bye, everybody. Catch you later.